Your football IQs are very high. You're basically working with the coaches as opposed to working for the coaches. This is much more of a we are peers. Yes, they still design the schedule. Yes, they still discipline. Yes, they do all that. But you're talking about peers more so than talking down to people. So whenever Chuck goes, you just have to trust the process. A lot of people are like, yeah, we don't. yeah, hey, I just want to let you know, we don't. And we don't know how long a lot of these guys are going to be able to play. And you're kind of wasting our careers making these ego-driven decisions. And Chuck had to really manage that. That was the situation where I had to – that was the first time I really saw Chuck have to try to – because Chuck is a very good speaker. He's like a stand-up comedian. He can rally the troops, which I think he'll do with the Bears defense, especially after they've fallen off a little bit. That was the first time, though, where I've seen people look back at Chuck and go, yeah, but don't say that to us. We don't trust the process.
Well, I assume at that level, it's your money too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're trying to succeed as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, we trust what? That the better guy just got shipped out of town strictly because you paid a different guy? We know that, Chuck. We're not a bunch of idiots, all right? I don't know how much vitamins I got to smoke to figure that. I don't know how dumb you think we are. But a lot of us were just like, come on, Chuck. And then obviously, you slowly have to get over it because a game comes. And you can't really dwell on anything because the game comes and you'll get exposed, you'll get embarrassed no matter what position you're at. So the train just keeps on moving and you don't really have a chance to react anymore. It kind of just becomes a story of the past, which is everything in this world. As soon as something more important pops up, the things of the past are forgotten about. And in the NFL, it's a new game, it's another team, it's a new schedule, it's this, it's that, it's that. So that moment, though, I remember very vividly, walking out there and everybody looking around in the huddle around Chuck, and we're like, yeah, we don't trust the process. We don't trust the person that's making the decisions. We think we have eyes, and we know AQ isn't getting paid a damn thing. You see how cheap those tattoos look? He's leasing a car right now. That guy's living in an apartment. We know it's not a business decision. We know that he's not getting paid a lot of money. We know it's not because you don't want to pay him. We know his contract isn't up. This is strictly because of an ego decision. That is it. And it was a tough one for Chuck to handle. He had to do it. These are things that happen in the NFL. In the Lions locker room, it seems to be happening right now. Matt Patricia's going to have that same conversation today. But once again, he can't dwell on it for too long because there's a game coming. If you get exposed and embarrassed on Sunday, you're going to get cut instead of worrying about somebody else getting traded, because at the end of the day, it's a business, which is exactly what they say when they trade people. It's an interesting situation, though, for sure.
Do you think this could, because the Lions obviously aren't in the position that they want to be in right now, do you think this is the kind of thing that could cause, a mutiny in the locker room down the road? Or is it, like you said, it's just, hey, we got a game on Sunday, so we got to just move on?
Yeah, the mutiny thing is very interesting. It can't happen. The mutiny in the locker room thing can't happen for real in the NFL.
Because it seems like all the guys that are coming out saying, hey, this blindsided us. We love this guy. He's very good, very important part of our team. They're genuinely shocked.
Yeah, but there's literally nothing you can do.
Right.
What can you do? I'm going to sit out because they traded this guy. You're like, all right, well, get the hell out of here then. You make no money. You do none of this. It's you can't really have a mutiny. You can't. There's no real – you can literally do the only thing we did to Chuck, which was it sounds wrong. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, oh, what are you going to do about it? Show what, now what? And it's yeah, you're 100% right. There's nothing you position when it comes to personnel moves as a player. Mm-hmm. Unless you're Peyton Manning, who can cut people and sign people, or Tom Brady or those goats. Everybody else, you're just sitting back enjoying the ride, hopefully, and you're just trusting, because that's what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody has a job. My job, kick the ball well, eliminate the returner. Vinatieri's job, kick the ball through the uprights. Quarterback's job, move us down the field. Defensive end, get pressure. Everybody has a job. Head coach, align the schedule, set us up in the right fashion, get everybody working right. General manager, okay, your job is to find us the best team to get on the field so that the coaches can coach us and we can play the best. You just have to trust that. That's something you have to do. But whenever everybody is we don't, that is a tough situation, and that has to fall on the owner then, who has to make the change, which ultimately is nowhere near any of the players' control.
But even though you can't collectively mutiny as an entire team, but isn't there a pattern right now where when that attitude does exist, the key players are finding a way to get the heck out?
Yeah, that's only the key players, though. That's only 4 or 5 players on a roster.
But do you worry about a Galladay or somebody then? You know what? It sucks in this locker room. I want out.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it does feel as if that's kind of the tide that has been turned. Is if you don't like where you're at and you don't like what's going on, you could say, you know what? Get me out of here. My back hurts. My wife's giving birth. I got the flu. You traded my dog. I'm out of here.
Darius Slay, our best defensive player, openly tweeted about it. Snacks Harrison openly tweeted about it. It just makes no sense, and it's a bad look for Detroit.
By the way, big test for Matt Patricia to see what he's got in that locker room to kind of rally the troops and bring them all back together.
Even a guy that was on the team last year on his Instagram story, Glover Quinn, was like, what's going on in Detroit? So I think there's more to this.
Did Glover Quinn get cut?
I believe he got cut.
Yeah, so that guy's a bit jaded. We always got to remember. No, not that Glover Quinn's a bad guy, but you got to remember people have a little bit of attitudes against people that maybe take their job away from them or something along those lines. Yeah, like Golden Tate got traded out of there last year, right?
Yeah, that was the big one.
But that's what I'm saying. So if he comes out and says something, let's assume that he might have a little bit of a skewed opinion of this whole thing because he was traded.
Right.
Not that I don't like Golden Tate. I like Golden Tate a lot. Mm-hmm. But inside that locker room, when you're seeing all these tweets and things like that, it'll be interesting to see what Matt Patricia does with this whole thing. And I don't know, man. It does seem like everybody's vocally letting everybody know what they got.
Yep.
But what's going to happen in the NFL if all the good players, Zito on the ones and twos. DJC in the house, y'all. They need a director of morale in the Detroit Lions locker room like Zito. We're going to see what Matt Patricia's got. I got some thoughts on John Elway, the way he was talking about Emmanuel Sanders, too. Called him selfish, I think. John Elway was like the leader of the quarterbacks club, which took money away from everybody else. That's an interesting thing. We'll be back on the other side. You listen to the Pat McAfee Show.
Who says being cheap is a good thing? We do. CheapoAir.com. There's nothing wrong with saving money with being smart with being cheap. Download, click, or call to save on flights, hotels, car rentals, and more. Go ahead. Be smart. Be cheap. CheapoAir.com. Go online or call 866-GO-CHEAP. 866-GO-CHEAP.
CheapoAir.com.
Go ahead. Be cheap.
Trade Pros. Ferguson is committed to making business with us the easiest part of your day. Ferguson.com is designed to help run your business from the office to the job site by making your day-to-day activities easier with 24/7 account access, unmatched online inventory, and on-the-go account management. And with our Pro Plus customer loyalty program, you can earn points with every online purchase, redeemable for merchandise, event tickets, trips, and more. Sign up today at Ferguson.com.
It's open enrollment, Fred. Time to compare plans.
Oh, Alice, we're fine with what we have.
Well, that's what the Johnsons thought until they tried Medicare's new Plan Finder.
The Johnsons, huh?
We saved on our prescription costs.
And got extra benefits. Come on, Fred. Maybe we'll find something better.
Plans change every year. Use the new Plan Finder at Medicare.gov to compare health and drug plans. Open enrollment ends December 7th.
What do you know? Comparing plans really pays.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm Dr. Jeff Gooden, and I treat pain with Salonpas. That's because practicing good medicine is my responsibility as a doctor. For back or joint pain, I agree with CDC guidance that recommends using topical pain relievers first, like Salonpas Patch Large. Salonpas is powerful, FDA approved to relieve debilitating moderate pain, yet non-addictive and gentle on the body. Look for the green Salonpas box in the pain relief aisle. Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Sponsored by Hisamitsu.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in North Dakota.
Are your tax problems keeping you up at night? Hi, Tax Owl here from the Coast One Tax Group. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, take 10 minutes and call Coast One Tax Group. It could save you 93% or more. Coast One Tax Group helps people all across America save big amounts of money. David from California saved $48,000 on back taxes. James and Lisa from Dallas saved $102,000. Call Coast One Tax Group now at 888-337-6949. A 10-minute call could save 93% or more. So who you going to call? Coast One Tax Group, that's who. See how much you can save. The consultation is always free. What are you waiting for? Relieve your tax stress today. Call Coast One Tax Group at 888-337-6949. That's 888-337-6949.
Make a healthy choice about the air you breathe. Start with the Wave Smart Ventilation Unit to expel the polluted damp air from your basement and crawl space. Then add upstairs a hospital-grade 6-stage air purifier which includes a HEPA filter and a powerful dual UV system. Stop worrying about mold, odors, radon, carbon monoxide, chemicals, and hundreds of other pollutants that are trapped in your home. Visit dryhome123.com and learn how to make your home healthier and fresher all year round. That's dryhome123.com.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here, 9:42. We've ruffled some feathers on the internet talking about Tom Brady going to the Los Angeles Chargers. To be honest, it just makes sense. So makes the most sense because Los Angeles seems to be the destination city for him. I don't know why I think that. I do not know Tom Brady at all. I don't know him at all. I just assume Los Angeles. He trains out there at UCLA. He loves the greens and all that stuff. And the Rams can't get rid of Goff, can't unload Goff's contract. So the Chargers, with Phillip Rivers' contract being up, Phillip Rivers hating driving from San Diego to Los Angeles, the Spanos family knowing that their organization, their franchise is dying, just feels like the right move. If he was to leave, like Adam Schefter said, is looking probable. And by the way, when Schefter speaks, there's a reason. That dude very rarely gets things wrong, especially after meeting him. I mean, he triple stamps and double stamps to make sure things are right. He wouldn't just go on television to speak and ruin his credibility if he wasn't right. I believe we're being joined by Josh Sitton at some point. Is he on right now?
Yeah, we got him right now.
Absolute legend of a man. He joined us a couple of weeks ago, and his brain was mesmerizing. The way he speaks about football is through the eyes of an all-pro offensive lineman. A man who won a Super Bowl. He's handsome. He runs a real estate business. Joining us, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sitton. What up, Josh?
I think, hold on, Zeke needs to change the setting back over.
Attaboy, Josh. All right.
How about now?
Yep, we're good.
Attaboy, Josh. Oh, my God. He's coming to us live from his man cave, I believe, where he has jerseys on top of jerseys behind him. How are you, Josh?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. By the way, everything that you were saying the last time you were on the show has basically come to fruition about the Browns not having an offensive line, that type of stuff happening. What are your eyes on the NFC right now after the trades that happened, to the 49ers getting another weapon with Emmanuel Sanders, to the Seahawks getting a good safety, to Drew Brees coming back for the Saints? Do you feel as if the Packers are still in the commanding position in the NFC, or do you think these other teams got definitely better yesterday?
Well, I'll say this. I hope Drew Brees plays this week because I just picked him up in fantasy. So I'm rooting for you, Drew. I still think the Packers. Packers and Saints are the lead dogs. I was actually just looking at San Fran's schedule. They still haven't.
weekend. And after a loss to the Guelph Storm Friday night at the Sleeman Center, the Erie Otters returned home to host the Mississauga Steelheads in a 2017 OHL Championship Series rematch. And the Erie Otters, well, looking like a team playing a third game in a third day, got off to a bit of a slow start. Just 5 shots on goal in the first period. They were outshot 12-5 to start the hockey game, and were trailing 1-0 as Thomas Harley would open the scoring at 3:51 of the first and giving the Steelheads a 1-0 lead. Head to the second with the Otters. Well, they found their legs after getting in that morning around 3 o'clock in the morning. The Otters would bounce back. 18 shots for the Erie Otters in the second period, one of those belonging to Hayden Fowler. And at 4:12, Fowler nets his 5th of the year to tie the game at 1. 7 minutes later, however, the Mississauga Steelheads up to their tricks once again. A pass in front to Kian Washkurik to regain the lead 2-1. The Steelheads are back ahead by 1. The Otters, though, late in the second frame, and with just 27 seconds left, continuing his tear on the OHL, Chad Yetman buries his 11th of the year, a goal in 6 straight games for Chad Yetman. And the Otters even things up at 2. We would stay knotted through the third period as the Mississauga Steelheads would punch back, outshooting Erie 11-5 in the third, but we would head to overtime. And during that extra frame, the Erie Otters, a power play chance in 3-on-3 overtime. That turns into 4-on-3 play in favor of the Erie Otters for 2 minutes, where Jamie Drysdale would hit the crossbar, and the Erie Otters could not bury the go-ahead goal. And we would need a shootout from the Erie Insurance Arena. Richard Whitaker, the former London Knight, the only goal scorer in the shootout, as the Steelheads win the shootout 1-0, take the hockey game 3-2. But for the Erie Otters, 3 points out of a possible 6 on a 3-3 weekend. And after the game, head coach Chris Hartsburg was happy with how his team responded and played to bounce back and gain a point on Saturday night. Now they head into a little bit of a slower week, starting with this morning. Yes, morning, 11 o'clock face-off. Erie Otters, and guess who? The Guelph Storm again. Their third meeting in 12 days coming up in just 12 minutes. I'm Aaron Cooney, and this is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. We'll get you set for this evening's action as the Erie Otters once again hosting the Guelph Storm for the second time in 1.5 weeks. This time, the annual school day game. You never know what you get with this one. It could either be low scoring, or it is, in some instances, we've seen very high scoring. What are we going to get? We'll find out in about 12 minutes. More on the way. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Cloud 91 Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud 9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud 9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud 91 Bar and Restaurant, 10th French, wine, food, friends.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Early Connections Erie is a nonprofit organization. We support the success of young children and their families through leadership advocacy and quality programs in early care and education. We have 6 high-quality programs throughout Erie County. We serve children from 6 weeks old until 12 years old. All centers participate in the Keystone Stars. We have individualized programming to meet the needs of every child, including 3 inclusive classrooms. We have pre-K counts programs, summer programming, before and after school programs. Transportation is provided for some programs, along with meals and snacks. Are you thinking you can't afford Early Connections? Tuition assistance is available for eligible families. We have CCIS that we accept, and we also have other streams of funding that might be able to help you. Please log on to earlyconnectionserie.org to learn more about our programming. Let's have all of our children throughout Erie County be ready for success in kindergarten and beyond. Early Connections creates lifelong learners, one child at a time.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Aaron Cooney, getting you ready for the annual school day game between the Erie Otters and the Guelph Storm. That's the matchup this morning. 11 a.m. start we're looking at, so we're closing in on that. So let's take a look at our lineups for this afternoon's tilt. The Otters, not a whole lot of change on their side. Still with 2 bodies that are injured. But today, I'm going to have to get used to that because that takes a long... When you get into a routine and when you close all the doors and everything in an arena, I always wondered the same thing, too. When you would hear an afternoon game and a broadcaster during a hockey game would keep saying tonight, well, it's because it still looks like it's tonight. The curtains are closed for the club level. The doors are closed here in the suite. It looks like it's night, so you just get into that mindset that's evening. And I won't realize that there's the sun still out until this game ends and I walk outside. So bear with me here this afternoon. Aiden Campbell's going to get the net tonight for the Erie Otters. Today for the Erie Otters. 4-1 on the season. Suffered his first loss last Friday to this exact same team, the Guelph Storm. He was chased in the second period, allowed 6 goals and was pulled on that 6th one. And the Otters fell 7-5, the final from Guelph at the Sleeman Center last Friday. But Aiden Campbell, he's going to get the net once again for the Otters. Looking to bounce back, a 3.50 goals against average and an .868 save percentage to go along with that 4-1 record. Scratches for the Erie Otters include number 2, Brendan Kishnick, number 13, Elias Cohen, and number 25, Marcus Gillard, which brings us to our UPMC injury report. Where on that is, for a long time on the shelf, is Marcus Gillard with a lower body injury. And also out for the time being, Brendan Kishnick. Also out of the lineup for the Erie Otters with a lower body injury. Elias Cohen is a healthy scratch. That is the healthy 13th forward for the Erie Otters. Across the ice, let's take a look at the Guelph Storm. Nico Dawes will get the net today for the Guelph Storm. He had been injured previously with an upper body injury. That is why he didn't see the lineup the last couple of meetings between the Otters and the Storm. We saw youngster Owen Bennett in the first 2 starts. Nico Dawes will get the net today for the Guelph Storm. 1-1-1-2. 1 shutout to his credit. A 2.51 goals against average and a .932 save percentage for the 18-year-old from Burlington, Ontario. They traveled light today, the Guelph Storm. Well, it came in last night. They didn't bring the scratches with them. So here are your scratches who did not come with the Storm, as George Burnett had his squad picked out already heading into this road trip. Scratch extra goaltender number 32, Tanner Wickware. Number 2, Colin Campbell. Number 6, Jacob Millette. Number 19, Marco Sikic. And number 25, Clark Ebert, out of the lineup for the Guelph Storm today. For the Erie Otters, as you look along the depth of this group and what they have, they like to play all the lines. All 4 lines play an important part, and they're finally not dealing with the 3-3. Here's the funny thing. They've already done 2 3-3s. They got 8 total on the season, so 2 were done. But over the course of the next month, we're going to see 2 more, because next week, Erie starts another 3-3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It slows down a bit the following weekend, where there's just 2 games on the road, but the following week after that, another Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3-3. So the schedule does not do the team any favors. They got to deal with it, and by the time we get to the end of November, they will have played 4 3-3s. But fortunately, a light week this afternoon, and then Saturday night, the Otters host the London Knights here at the Erie Insurance Arena. But we're looking at today. And before today, speaking of that depth, one guy that the Erie Otters looking to get going once again, Austin Swankler, been a bit quiet, especially last weekend. I caught up with him earlier on, and he's coming off of a 2-goal game not too long ago. We know he can fill the back of the net. That 2-goal game came against the Guelph Storm, so we'll see what he has up his sleeve today. I chatted with him earlier, and we're going to hear from Austin Swankler when we come back. More on the way on the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Stick around. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time. Right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up to the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters first-year forward and Austin Swankler. Austin, well, welcome to Erie. How has the transition been so far? Obviously played some junior hockey last year in the USHL, but now the OHL. What's it been like?
It's been pretty easy, to be honest. You know, all the guys on the Otters and, like taking me in as family right away. So it's been a pretty easy transition, getting used to the game. And, our team is starting to come together, so it feels good.
For you personally, to be an hour and a half, 2 hours away from home and have the family there, then the long drive to Sioux Falls, did that influence your decision? And I guess why did you come and decide to join the Ontario Hockey League?
Yeah, Erie Otters have a lot of rich history, and the coaching staff and stuff like that. I thought I could develop the most here, and it definitely came into a consideration of being closer to home, and the way the Erie Otters, the last couple home games when I get called on the ice, it's pretty cool to be that Pittsburgh kid and them cheer you on a little more, so it's exciting.
Did you ever make it up to any games, I guess, before you made the jump into the USHL or even over and to play with the Oakland Junior Grizzlies, to make any Otters games beforehand?
I actually did not. then there was a lot of like kids from my school and stuff, going out to the games when Connor McDavid was here and stuff. So it was pretty cool, most of the kids seeing me sign with the Erie Otters back at home, and them like congratulating me and stuff, and like thinking it's pretty amazing that I'm playing here now.
So what's the biggest differences between the USHL and now with the Ontario Hockey League, now that you're 10 games into the OHL season?
I'd say here in O, it's definitely a lot more strategically plays. Like, you don't see many kids just skating it down the ice anymore. It's more of a, passing, pass-first mentality, and definitely have to have good vision and stuff like that. So.
I know you were passed on to the NHL draft, and it is a goal of yours to get there. Does the OHL provide you more opportunity, that being it's playing more of a structured game style, and even, I guess, some of the players that are in the OHL with the track record that the league has?
Yeah, this is definitely where I could develop the most, especially physically, like, getting in the weight room and stuff like that. That was one of the things that I needed to work on. And here in the OHL, you don't really have to go first round. You don't have to go second. You could be a signed free agent. So I'm kind of just playing it by year and game by game and just seeing how it goes.
Let's look at the Otters now. 10 games in, you guys got strung together a couple of wins now with the win last night in Niagara. What's it take to duplicate that kind of effort here on a Friday night against the Guelph Storm?
We just got to play like we played against them last time. They may be the defending champions, but it doesn't really matter this year anymore. They got new players, we have new players, and it's a whole different game. So,
Austin, thanks for this, and have fun here tonight against the Storm.
Thanks, can't wait.
That's Austin Swankler. Face Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tells you why they're better. Great proves it every day. At Great Clips, greatness isn't just in our name, it's in everything we do. From our highly skilled stylists to saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in. Getting your haircut at Great Clips means never having to settle for good enough again. And with over 4,000 salons across the U.S. and Canada, it's easy to find a Great Clips location near you. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight Today, the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters annual school day game with the Otters hosting the Guelph Storm as we get underway with today's matchup. Otters go with Aiden Campbell in the net. Nico Dawes for the visiting Guelph Storm as into the front of the net. Here to try right off the bat for Chad Yetman, looking to extend his goal-scoring streak to a 7th game. Gets the shot away, but Erie also draws a penalty, and the game's first power play, 24 seconds in, belongs to the Otters. A slashing call to Fedor Gordiev. Well, I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast. Hopefully we can get you through your lunch hour here at the annual school day game. The 2,000 students in attendance, well, they just got their lunches as they continue to file in and make their way into the Erie Insurance Arena for today's education game. As we get underway, Otters with the power play. Drysdale center point, holds, fires one right into the midsection of Keegan Stevenson for the block, and Erie resets. Swankler right side. In front, looking for the redirect. Nice stick lift by veteran Josh Wainman on Fowler to deny the redirect try. Again, the Otters reset. Swankler right side. Center point, Drysdale. For Max Gola, left dot. Winds up slapper. Deflected in front. Never made it on goal, and backhanded down on the clear. Erie won for their last 19 on the power play. Just one power play goal in their last 5 games. Looking to break that streak, and we're going to chat with Erie Otters assistant coach Wes Wolf a little later on the broadcast about the power play. Into the zone come the Otters. Left wing side, the shot is gloved down by Dawes as he stops Hayden Fowler and holds on for the whistle. 1 minute and 14 seconds left on this first power play of the hockey game. And on this draw, one back, Daniel D'Amato in the second unit. Connor Lockhart with a man in front. Shot pass was blocked. Erie resets once more. Pass out towards the blue line. That's off a stick and out of play. Nicely read by the penalty killers on that opportunity. Lockhart back to the point. Face-off stays inside the zone, and a new puck on the way. And a draw to the left of Nico Dawes. 1-1-1-2 with one shutout on the season for Nico Dawes. A 2.51 goals against average and a .932 save percentage. Missed the first meeting with an upper body injury. Back here now as the Otters set up shop once more with the man advantage down to 53 seconds. Played to the front for Daniel Singer. On back for Lockhart at the right point. Throws it down low. That was intended for Daniel D'Amato, and it's intercepted by Cheka and ripped down ice on the clear. 40 seconds remain on the man advantage. Early parts of this first period this morning as Daniel Singer marches out ahead. Emmett Sproul tucks it down for Singer in the far corner. Bouncing puck, settles it down, hands off to Sproul. Wanted to go to the point, now gives the circle. D'Amato right back on for Sproul, and now Sproul again takes the handle from Beamish. Looking for Lockhart, cross ice, down to 15 seconds left. Here's Daniel D'Amato. And then back down low behind the goal goes Connor Lockhart, Erie's first round pick. And off left side, Emmett Sproul comes on down to the dot, drops it back to the point. Beamish left side as he holds. And the face-off dot once more, played down low. As the Otters saw that deflected, and out of the box comes Gordiev. We're even strength. As the Otters still dig away in that far side corner, Guelph has it locked up. And now Gogolev will take over the handle. Gogolev and Cam Hillis out here now, who takes the handle and cruises into the Erie zone. Out working with Josh Wayman, walks around one, gets a wrist shot away and just misses. May have gotten a piece of that one from Aiden Campbell's blocker. But Hillis and Gogolev combined for 5 goals and 9 points just last Friday at the Sleeman Center, and a 7-5 victory over the Erie Otters. As this puck is loose out of neutral ice and picked up by the Otters' Brendan Sellen. Noah Sador nicely stays on side as Erie pitches it down low. Back to the offensive zone. They wrap it up as a play by Hoffman to get it out towards the front. Nicely moved away and cleared by Collins. Skated out of danger through center ice by Jacob Roach. Flowing back to the Erie end of things. As Erie quickly around the horn near side for Brendan Sellen. Tucks it out to center ice. And then here's Hoffman in right wing side. Makes a move through one man, but couldn't pick up the puck on the other side of Bianconi. Cheka out the other way. Cheka denied the blue line. Erie pokes it into their own end. Offside is Guelph. It allows Erie, they'll change of forwards up front as Jake Golden winds ahead. Hands off right. Yetman around one into the zone. Pass left and for Fowler. Drop it off. Goal line loose in front. Looking for Yetman and never got a shot away. Erie holds in a big heavy collision. Down goes Cameron Morton. As the puck comes squirting loose to the near side corner boards. Looking to move it away is Chayka, who was picked, almost had his pocket picked by the Otters' Max Golod. But out to center ice and into the Erie zone comes Guelph. Right wing side, Beamish, a little poke check, knocks it up, and Beamish, he gets leveled on a hit from Ben McFarland. Beamish had to take the hit to make the play as it's fired on back to Erie ice. And an icing call with 15:44 to play in this first. We are scoreless. Erie, the first 3 shots on goal as our annual school day game for the Erie Otters underway. We would like to thank our sponsors for helping out with this event, especially Curtsy Food Services and Utz Potato Chips, also helping us in donating some of the food to allow us to host and provide lunches for the students here. Lofted in on goal by Jamie Drysdale. Dawes has that gobbled up. He'll hold on. And Smith's Hot Dogs as well. As the Erie Otters front office staff, we were up around 5 in the morning here in the building, starting to wrap hot dogs. And a huge thank you to the Erie Insurance Arena kitchen staff, and specifically, she always helps us out with this game and helps us get the hot dogs rolling and cooking for us so that we can wrap them up as an icing call to the Guelph Storm. Bring things back into offensive territory for the Erie Otters, and the face-off, the Otters will decide to play it onto the left of Nico Dawes. Swankler steps in for Erie. And looks like Cam Hillis is waved out. And I'll force Gogolev to take this. Now they give him one more shot here. The officials say if he were to be kicked out once more, would have resulted in a penalty, but everything's good here. And out to center ice. Here they come. Guelph Storm. Hillis gives down to the far side corner for Yuba. Otters poke that loose as Jack Duff reverses, intended for Jamie Drysdale. Gogolev will get there first, and he brushes it back along the near side boards. Duff picks it up along the goal line. Pass to Swankler. And then Erie gives backwards on the drop for Drysdale, and then headman to be ramped in off the blade of Sproul. McDougal chasing. He wraps up a defender. That's Josh Wayman, the former Erie Otter. At the left point, Erie holds in. Shot from Henry. No traffic in front, and Nico Dawes, he'll field that grounder and hold on. So that's where a lot of this comes in for the school day game. We'll get to the groups a little bit later on, but the anticipated number, closer to 2,000 students in attendance here today for the Erie Otters annual. This is the 7th annual school day game. And these usually end up pretty wild in terms of scoring. Hard to get into a rhythm. You're really thrown off. The Erie Otters try to get things going early in the week with the veterans. Usually this team practices around 2 o'clock when the younger players get out of high school. And they try to practice a little earlier and get the body used to playing an 11 a.m. hockey game. We'll hear from Wes Wolf with more on that. Back to action as it's poked on down into Guelph territory behind the net. Nudged around the boards on the right wing side, Stevenson. He's tripped up a bit along the blue line. Nothing coming up as the Otters poke it right back in after they touch up. Quickly exiting as Guelph. Stevenson down along his knees, makes the play ahead. The Otters deny the blue line, but again, they have to settle this bouncing puck and just float it out to center ice. Stevenson brings it in down the left wing side, drops it off as he's bumped by Golden. Henry follows up for the Otters. Scooped ahead by Daniel D'Amato, providing chase Brendan Sellen, but Chayka with room to move it as they give across. That pass by Terry nearly picked off. Following up, though, Jokin on ahead. Hands off right wing, just a bit out of the reach of Ty Collins. As Collins, when these two teams met for the first time this season a couple Saturdays ago, he had the only goal for the Guelph Storm. And a 4-1 victory in favor of the Erie Otters. This season's series is split 1 apiece. Otters clear to center ice. Singer on chasing, but Roach is going to drop this on back for Chayka. And again, they'll try to exit the right wing side. Some room to skate. There goes Collins. Poke around the Otters' Cameron Morton. And some trouble here as Luke Beamish had to skate to that rolling puck in his own end. And that's played down ice off a Guelph stick. No icing. And out to play it, Nico Dawes. Around the near side wall where Roach plays it up the boards off the stick of Hoffman. They exit the zone, and Erie throws it right back in. Here's Josh Wayman to move it ahead. Back to the Otters line. Erie resets. Scoreless hockey game here, first period. A little over 7 minutes off the clock. Looking for a man ahead. Hoffman was there, but Sidor couldn't get it to him. And right back to Erie territory we go. Drysdale negates the play. McFarland hands to Wainman. It's going to be played in by Walker into the Erie zone, and the chance for Aiden Campbell to move the puck, who has yet to see a shot on goal. They might get one here as there's a shot kicked out by Campbell from the right circle, and off goes Erie with the biscuit. Yetman into the zone, but offside are the Otters with 12:25 to go. First period, and a scoreless first. Shots 5-1, with the Storm getting their first one there early on. Draw right in front of the Guelph bench, pulled back by the Storm. They look to launch this one ahead off the stick of Pavel Gogolev. Pass from Josh Wayman and into the Erie zone. Body check on Duff, and I think taking the worst of that was Eric Yuba, who got more boards than Jack Duff. But they have the puck, throw one towards the goal, and Wayman has it fought off by the Otters goaltender Campbell. Drysdale able to pick this one up. Nice angle ahead. Geometry works out onto the blade of Hayden Fowler. As he gets into the zone, he's quickly turned around. And here he forced the center ice for Curtis Henry. Couldn't get into the zone. He's tied up by Gogolev. Back is Golod to help out. And it squirts on loose, and Dawes is going to come out and play this one up the near wall. Pass Bianconi. Slowed by Golod, and the Otters have possession in the offensive zone. They look for Yetman. Goes off his chest, trying to slow this one down. Can't turn it onto the backhand as he was pestered by a couple of Guelph shirts. And they'll clear down ice from center. Here's Hillis and Golden back behind the Erie goal. Henry works this one out. He'll find Max Golod, backhanded on in towards the end of his shift. He'll head off on the change now as Fowler provides chase behind the net as he forces Gordeev to skate with this one out to center ice. Gordeev knocks over Sproul, and in the zone comes Stevenson. Forgot the puck, turns around, and can play it to the corner. Trying to play one in tight, back out in front, off the end boards on the play by Bakanov. But nothing harmful, and Erie can march it the other way. Down left wing side, played in front, nicely guided away by Dawes. Thrown to the goal by Swankler, no one home. Erie tries one more, and that one, a stick lift, denies Matthew McDougall a redirect. We'll try the point. Beamish, shot blocked, went right into the body of Bakanov, and he'll grind it on the right wing side for Stevenson to play it into the Erie zone with 10:45 to go in this first period. We're scoreless from the Erie Insurance Arena on the school day game. Back in come the Otters. From the left wing side, McDougall, his shot, that was blocked. Profaka had him teed up. And now Terry can guide it ahead for Profaka. Cross ice for Roach, left wing into the zone. Streaking is Jokin with the man in front. Gets the shot away. Saved by Campbell for his best so far. And he'll gobble up the rebound with 10:25 to play first period in a scoreless opening frame. Campbell getting the nod from head coach Chris Hartsburg today. He was pulled Friday night, allowing 6 goals on 23 shots against the Guelph Storm at the Sleeman Center. Shot from the point, save Campbell, and he holds on. Has that one gobbled up as well on the bomb from Profaka. And again to the right of Aiden Campbell, we will go. Steered to the near side wall, poked loose as Roach guides it out in front. All Otters there. Slowed by D'Amato. Finds Beamish along the right half wall. Moved up the boards for Brendan Sellen. Mid-air as that puck is knocked around. A couple of Storm run into each other, and the Otters take the handle, and Connor Lockhart drops it in on the back end of the near corner. Storm get there first. Fired up the near side wall. Off goes Jokin. And once into the zone, Erie stands up. The forward coming across, that was Collins. He met Jack Duff. And to the handle goes Drysdale, speeding off through the neutral zone to D'Amato. Wrist shot. He scores! Dan D'Amato with his 6th of the season. Rips it across the body of Nico Dawes, and the Otters open the scoring 1-0. D'Amato, 4 goals all of last season. 13 games played. He's got his 6th of the year as Drysdale, who jumps up on the play. We're used to seeing that. Great pass through some traffic to the left-hander D'Amato, and he beats Dawes for the opening goal. 1-0 Erie. Trying to get it right back, though. This one rolls towards the net as they come right down Main Street. Pappas, who scored his first OHL goal against the Erie Otters in a beauty Friday night, almost even things up pretty quick here in the first. 1-0 Otters on the D'Amato goal. McFarland lays it down low behind the Erie goal. And squirting that ahead was Curtis Henry to play it off of Daniel Singer, and loose out at center ice. Singer tied up by two Storm along the near boards in front of me. Out at neutral ice. Comes loose for Bennett Hoffman at the Erie Insurance Arena logo. Can backhand it in on deep from center red. Moved by Dawes, who just flicks it around the boards to the near side. And there's Drysdale to settle things down. Plays it ahead for Sador. He thought that he had his little backside help from Daniel Singer, so he let the pass go through. It's going to result in an icing call with 8:57 to go.
It's now time to get on your feet and show
The draw will come into Erie territory, but we're midway through the first. 1-0 Otters as Daniel D'Amato has his 6th of the year, set up from Jamie Drysdale. And it's 1-0 Erie here this morning. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. Draw will be to the left of goaltender Campbell. As the Storm win it back to Chika, he holds in. Hillis around for Yuba on the near side. As he hits the brakes at the half wall, gains possession. The right-hander streaks through a couple, walks into the slot. Can't get the shot away as the Otters can poke it away. But they do find themselves guilty of a hooking call. And the Guelph Storm will have their first power play opportunity. Coming up next, the Otters with the number 1 penalty kill in the league at 89.2%, just 4 power play goals allowed this year. Guelph Storm, 20th in the league on the power play at 12.8%. Float one towards the net. That goes off of Jack Duff, who blocks it with his left hand. Gives a little shake, appears to be all right, and jumps into the fray for a loose puck over on the far wall. 3 aside as we continue to look around. Gogolev's going to peel off here towards the left point. Chayka's stationed on the right point, and we still can't get this puck loose. We continue to dig around. 3 aside, 6-man battle along just outside the corner as it's finally knocked loose to the left side of the Erie zone. Gogolev, who was stationed there, resets. Hillis throws it on goal. Save made. Rebound, they score. Stopped by Campbell, but the rebound trickled right into the slot. And it's whacked in by the Guelph Storm to even things up on the power play. And Cedric Ralph has his 3rd of the season. Well, you can see the rebound kick out right in front. Cedric Ralph, who scored the game-winning goal in Game 6 of the OHL Championship Series this past May to help defeat the Ottawa 67s in 6 games. Well, he's got his 3rd of the year to tie this one at 1. Tossed back in by Swankler. Moved by Dawes and tries to give it right back to the front. Swankler does. Fought off by Dawes, and Erie gains possession at the point now. Henry float one towards the net. That one sails high. Golden again on the backhand down the right side to Sproul. Swankler at the point. Sends it to Henry left side. Holds. Waits, fires now, and that one's blocked by Bianconi, who's a bit shaken up on that. But they do clear to center, and Stevenson is hit by Henry as he gets into the zone. Now Bakanov in behind the Erie net. Hit by a couple of Erie Otters as Sproul finds the puck. Can't clear, though, however, as Bianconi holds in. Floats it to the net. That's blocked by Erie's Henry. One touched by Matthew McDougall, but Erie couldn't receive the pass in flight, and it stays inside Otters territory. Here with 7:13 to play, a 1-1 game, the power play goal for the Storm evens things up. Henry out ahead through center ice. Pokes it just across that blue line, and now the Storm reset. On ahead for Roach down the left wing side. Off the handle there, and Drysdale takes over. Wheels in behind his net. Backhander out towards center, just on D'Amato, and into neutral ice go the Otters with possession. Selin just streaks down the right wing side, gets around a deep, puts a shot towards the net. Stop made, and Dawes has it pinned along the near side post. And gains the whistle with 6:46 left in this first period here this afternoon.
bench coupon courtesy of Donato's. Go Otters.
Draw one back by the Storm. They're moving around the right wing side. And out to center ice. Cam Morton denies that pass. And back into Guelph territory we go. With 6:35 left here in the first. It's ripped around the boards and out to center ice. Brendan Sellen able to shuffle it down the near side. Sellen scored his first goal of the campaign just this past Friday against the Storm. In a little bit of trouble there is Zach Terry, but him moving out to center. And here's Roach left wing towards Erie ice. Chips it down the wall. Battles with Beamish. Two Storm there as Yuba tries to get that one back. Erie moves it up the wall, and Connor Lockhart right through the legs of Luke Beamish, who cannot exit the zone as the long reach of Fedor Gordeev keeps it in. Erie tries Sellen on the near boards. He just hands right back as Yuba buries Sellen along the near side wall. Part of a change on for the Otters. Sellen has to stay as Erie clears out the center, and now Gordeev with the handle. Sellen makes his way off now as it's ripped into the Erie zone. Slowed by goaltender Campbell. Fired around the far side wall, but it's held in at the point. Shot there, they hit their own man. Yuba right on the backside, and the Otters launch this one out ahead to center, where again, skying up into the air is Gordeev to grab that and deny the Otters the play into the zone. Hillis to Goglev, whacked ahead by Drysdale. Rolling puck along the Erie line, shuffled towards the dots where it's picked up by Drysdale, and out ahead comes Hayden Fowler. Drop pass for Drysdale. Scoots around McFarland, still has it, drops it down low. It's Chad Yetman of the Erie Otters. Knocked down on the near side. Gloves it to himself. Shuffles it along for Fowler. Spins from one. Traffic behind the net. Finally knocked loose to the far corner. Or it's backhanded high into the air. Past the Otters defenders. And Duff to track it down on the clear. Fires it out ahead because he saw that Guelph was making a change. But Erie can't connect on the headman play to Yetman. And with under 5 to go here in this first period, we're even one apiece. It's Josh Wayman. Ahead for Pappas and into the Erie zone down near side corner. Tying up there, Walker, Duff. Pappas joins in. Hoffman on the outskirts. Squirts loose right through the legs of Hoffman. Shoveled ahead by Drysdale. He's got a little left in the tank here to join the play. And as Fowler gives it onto the right wing, no one home. Now Fowler makes his way off. And in towards Erie ice. Floated cross corner by Bianconi. Pappas will track this down first. Turns out of the corner, the face-off dot. Wrist shot, save. Campbell with 4:17 to play here in the first. We're tied at 1. Otters and Guelph Storm, third time already on the season. Third time in 12 days that the two Midwest Division rivals are meeting up. And they won't see each other until February. We're barely through the first full month of the season, and these division rivals won't make acquaintances again until we're looking at playoff matchups and the sort. Fired around the horn by Jake Golden in Erie territory. Sproul can find Swankler, and he'll skate through neutral ice. Calling for the drop pass is Golden. Erie can't get it to him, but Golden just whacks it ahead. He jumps in on the play anyways, and it ends up back on his stick at the left point. Sproul back to Golden, out of his reach, and Erie's forced back to center. Here's Curtis Henry with 3:50 to go. Nice headman pass to Swankler, but his dish looking to his left for McDougal's picked off. Stevenson counterattack into Erie ice. Leave it behind the goal. Cedric Ralph. Pass banks off the end of the cage. Settled by Golden. Here's Swankler with some room to skate through center. Gives left wing, and into the zone comes Erie. It's Matthew McDougal. Tied up by Bianconi. Now Emmett Sproul for Swankler on the near side. He's going to be hit by Bianconi, or rather by Yuba, and down he goes. And back and forth they'll shove. Erie making changes behind the play. Here's D'Amato. Feeds it back around the offensive zone. Swankler and Yuba continue to job back and forth as Erie looks for the puck in the offensive end. Wayman has Daniel D'Amato wrapped up. Has a little bit of room to skate for Bianconi to take the pass from Hillis and drop it into the Erie zone under 3 to play. Yuba puts a bump on Beamish back behind the Erie net. Now Goglev near side. Hands off to the point, but out of the reach for Zach Terry. He has to track it down in his own end. 1-1 the score here. Otters and Storm. Worked in left wing by Guelph. It's Hillis who had the hat trick against the Otters this past Friday. Look out, play in front, they score. Hillis, great visions. He saw Collins on a beeline from the bench and then sets him up at the bottom of the right wing circle. The pass in front, tapped in. It's 2-1 Guelph. But how about that? Won the dish and the vision. As Cam Hillis slows things down to a near halt along the left wing wall, and he saw Ty Collins streaking from the Guelph bench into the Erie zone. And the Otters just did not account for him coming in on that change. He was the first man to that right wing circle. Hillis puts it up on a tee for him. And the Storm take a 2-1 lead. Two and a half still on the clock in the first. As Jack Duff on back to hand off to Drysdale on the right side. Head-man play, looking for Max Golod. Able to tap it into the zone and stay onside at the same time. Battles in the right wing corner. Behind the net, Fowler there also. He's planted by Gordeev. Gordeev, the former Hamilton Bulldog and Flint Firebird, and an OHL champion with the Guelph Storm last season. Here's Yetman out at center ice after the clear. Drysdale plays it along for Golod. Jams the brakes, stops right in front of Gordeev, and they find Chad Yetman out of the corner. Now Golod. Little head fake. Dish to Fowler. Cycles it through to the near side corner. Putting the body into Gordeev and trying to get positioning is Max Golod. Now trying to kick it loose. But successful on the play will be Zhilkin, who takes the pass right back from Chayka, and in towards Erie ice they go, but offside as Roach just came across that blue line with Zhilkin trying to make his way in. 1:39 left first period. 2-1 Storm lead. And Cam Hillis was a thorn in the side of the Erie Otters this past Friday. Well, he's got 2 primary assists in this hockey game to help the Storm to a 2-1 lead. Here so far in this hockey game. Gogolev will pick up a secondary assist, and they're looking for more in the Erie zone. As Bakanov gives out to the point. Slapper coming. Campbell the save. No rebound. Face off to Aiden Campbell's left.
Just a reminder, in case you did not pick your lunch up,
with 1:24
so you can have some nice.
to play here in this
Make some noise, it's getting a little quiet here. You're out of school. Make some noise.
first frame. Face off, one back to Wayman at the point. Launches one that's blocked in front. All the traffic provided, and it hits Swankler. He'll drill it into the zone. Off the end boards, McDougal tracks it down, stepping in front of Wayman. Brings it out towards the point. Tried to hand off to Curtis Henry, but just could not settle down that bouncing puck to set up Henry, who wanted that one-timer. It was just rolling around, knuckling around, and Erie just couldn't settle it down in time. Golden, though, streaks back the other way. In behind the net. Leaves it on the right wing side. Penalty on the way is going to come to the Guelph Storm as Jake Golden was leveled behind the net after the drop pass. I think Wayman just did not see the drop pass. As Erie just dishes to the right wing side, they'll stay after it here. And finally, possession gained by Guelph. And Wayman's going to the penalty box. Erie will have their second power play chance. Plymouth Tavern power play takes the ice. Wayman will sit. 41 seconds left in this first period. If the Otters do not score here, you will have the opportunity on fresh ice with about 1:19 to use to start the second period. But the Otters 1 for 20 on the power play over their last 6 games. We'll look to win this draw back to the left of Nico Dawes. Erie gets a little help in the circle was Hayden Fowler. And now Golod, Drysdale center point with the handle. Walks the line, wrist shot. That one skips just wide. Hit off the side of the cage. Yetman goes right back up the wall for Drysdale at the left point. Shuffles a little bit down low. It's Max Golod, comes up high. Defers to Drysdale. It's from the slot. Wrist shot wide. Erie off the end boards. Puts it out towards the front. Golod has to head back behind the net after he picks it up, and he finds Drysdale at the point. 12 seconds left in the period. Swankler to Drysdale at the point. Hands off left side. 6 seconds to go in the period. Feed it across. Swankler sends it to the goal. Deflected. Backhand. Scores! Yetman beats the clock and ties the game at 2 with 2 seconds left. Well, just this past Saturday, Chad Yetman tied a hockey game at 2 against the Mississauga Steelheads with 27 seconds left. He outdoes himself here, just 2 seconds on the clock, and the power play goal for Yetman, his 7th straight game with a goal. And the Otters power play cashes in to even things as time expires with that puck drop on the first frame. Mostly even first. Both teams with a 1-goal lead, but we find ourselves tied at 2 through 20 minutes of play. Shots 15-10 in favor of the Erie Otters. But we'll head to the break. The same as we started this hockey game, opening the first. It's 2-2. Otters Storm tied up. We'll head to the break and chat with Wes Wolf, Erie Otters assistant coach, when we come back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Oh, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
Hi, welcome to Great Clips. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. What was that?
Oh, sorry. That's a bit of a 4-letter word around here.
What, good?
Yeah, the one that starts with G, rhymes with wood. It interferes with our focus on being great, so we just bleep it.
From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, choosing Great Clips means never settling for good enough. Again, download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters assistant coach Wes Wolf. And Wes, before we jump in to look ahead at the game in a couple hours here this morning and even some other things, but I want to ask you about just this weekend. We had the story before. It's been on social media too. But you decided to dedicate your run to the family of Chase Numata and the families of the children that passed away in the tragic fire here in Erie over the summer. But take me through the marathon, the half marathon that you ran, and what that meant. Just being part of the community to you and to donating the over $3,000 you did to those families.
Yeah, it was really special. As I mentioned to you before, it's important to me that, all of us use our position of influence in the community for a higher purpose. And so, the opportunity arose for me to run the half marathon. It was something I was training for, and those 2 tragedies really hit close to home. And it was special for me to be running in my hometown, Niagara Falls. The half marathon finished right down at the falls, and coming in, there were some moments definitely where I started to get tired, but I think having that extra purpose, and I had the shirt made up with all of their names on it. It kind of kept me going.
What do these guys learn from you in the locker room, seeing your impact in embracing the Erie community and knowing that the same group, they're part of Erie as well, and they're not just hockey players for the Otters, they're part of the community?
Well, I think it's the job of anyone in a position of leadership to lead by example, and I can only hope that some of those values are, being passed on to the players, that they see that, it's more than just a game for us as leaders in the community, hockey players, hockey coaches, members of this team, that it's our job to make sure that we're making a difference. And obviously wins and losses are really important to us, but at the end of the day, there's a bigger picture, and I hope that the guys get to see that, and they too take that on to wherever they go beyond here.
Now, looking ahead here, I mean, the team has really embraced that in the various community events that you've set up, but looking at this hockey game coming up is another one for our community, and with the school day game and 2,000 students expected on attendance here today with this annual event in the 7th year. But it seems like this hockey game, when you actually get on the ice and things get going, it's a little wild, disrupting the usual routines for everybody, but it looks like you guys tried to get your group into some sort of routine to get used to an 11 a.m. start. So what did you go into this week planning for this game and this Wednesday?
Well, historically, we haven't really done that well in the school day games, whether it's at home or on the road. And so it actually started last year trying to change our routine. The guys who are in high school, they're used to getting out of bed really early and staying awake throughout the day and being active, whether it's physically or with their brains. But the guys who aren't in high school anymore, they'll come in the morning and do their workout, and then they will oftentimes go grab something to eat, take a nap before practice, and then be back on the ice for 2 o'clock or later. So it's definitely something that we tried to try and disrupt their regular routine. We made sure the guys were out of bed nice and early all week. We got on the ice with 2 separate groups in the morning, just getting the guys ready to make sure they were used to skating in the morning, and then they got up nice and early today and had a team breakfast before they came to the rink.
So how for the coaching staff, how does this go into changing things up? I know you're one of the early to rise and early to bed to go on top of that to be prepared for your routine, but for the coaching staff, how do you have the rest of the day planned out for these guys, whether it's the meetings change up or anything like that, or is it just business as usual?
It's pretty much business as usual. We typically have our special teams meetings about 2 hours before game time, so it's going to be the exact same. It's just at different times. For us as the coaches, we were here a little bit earlier than normal, but not too much, so we're used to being here early in the morning, and it kind of makes for a really strange day when your game is over just after noon, and I'm sure we'll stay in the office and make sure we get our work done. It'll be better getting it done in the afternoon than at late night.
So let's talk about the special teams, though, because I know you're managing the power play as we transition from meeting coming up here soon. How do you guys, it was 1 power play goal in the last 5 games, I believe it is. But even at times with that, there have been some nights where you potted a couple, and it looks like there's some set plays out there, especially involving Chad Yetman in front, and the deflection that we kind of see right in the redirect right in front of the goal. But for this unit, they're just getting used to, it seems like, to full-time first power play minutes and opportunities. Is this just a matter of time before things really start to click, or is it just guys just getting used to everything?
Well, after our first game segment, we were really happy with our power play percentage. The execution was really good, and as you mentioned, we even had some multi-goal games. The last 5 games has been a little bit of a struggle in terms of the outcome. We do have a lot of information that we get on the whole in terms of analytics, but most of the information is telling us that the scoring chances that we're generating are there. The expected goals almost every night on our power play is higher than it was most nights last year, and so I think some of it's just bearing down at the net. If you go back and look, we hit the crossbar and missed a couple open nets last game, and same thing. Guelph has given us a hard time. They're really the ones who've been the catalyst for us not finding the back of the net. We had an 0-for-4 game against them in their building, and I think it was 0-for-3 or 0-for-4 here against them last time. So we're hoping that we can change that most of it is just staying true to what the plan is and executing. And sometimes, like you mentioned, when you don't have the experience, you go off script and then it doesn't look as good as the final product. So, we're patient with it. 19% is still not a bad percentage. It seems like power plays are running really high in the league this year. But we'd like that number to be a little bit higher, get over, the 22, 24% mark, and that'd put us in the top 10 power plays in the league for sure. So, just stick with the program.
Wes, thanks for your time, and good luck here against the Storm this morning.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.
That's Wes Wolf. More coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
Cloud 91 Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud 9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud 9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud 91 Bar and Restaurant, 1010 French, wine, food, friends.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Show your support for veterans at the annual Veterans Day Parade and Ceremony coming up Saturday, November 9th, come rain or shine. The parade begins at 9:30 at Veterans Stadium and marches south on State Street, ending at the Erie VA Medical Center. Make signs, bring your family and friends, show your support, and thank a veteran. Interested in walking in the parade? Contact Erie VA Medical Center. Whether walking in the parade or cheering on from the sidelines, join Erie VA in celebrating our local heroes at the Veterans Day Parade on November 9th at 9:30.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. As here this afternoon, the annual school day game, 7th annual school day game for the Otters. And right now, the Storm and the Otters tied at 2 through the first 20 minutes. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome into the UPMC Intermission Report. We're through one period. Let's recap it for you. As the Otters would break the silence in the first half of the frame, and at 10-16, Jamie Drysdale is going to find Daniel D'Amato at the left wing face-off circle. D'Amato snaps it home for his 6th of the year. And Erie leads 1-0. But a power play opportunity just a little over a minute later for the Guelph Storm. And they're going to cash in at 11:55. Cedric Ralph on the board. He finds the rebound in front from the Cam Hillis shot, puts it into the open net. We're tied at 1. Then Guelph, they're going to find the back of the net for their go-ahead goal and take a 2-1 lead. 17-22. Beautiful pass from Cam Hillis on the left wing side. Great play. Just pulls up, slows things down, and he sees Ty Collins just screeching in from the right wing side. Beeline from the bench to the front of the net. The Otters just missed that he was stepping on. Nobody accounted for him. Cam Hillis saw it the whole way. Puts it to an area where Collins can get there first and puts it home. 2-1 Guelph. And the Otters, they get a power play chance of their own at 19-18. Or 58, rather. The penalty comes at 19-18 Erie. 40 seconds to work with to start the power play in the end of the first. It would have carried over, but Erie finds Chad Yetman in front. Just a little backhand whack to put it home. With 2 seconds left, Yetman has his 12th of the year, and we're all even at 2. Out-of-town scoreboards brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. This is the only game tonight. Today, whenever, this date, Wednesday the 23rd, it's the only game. 2-2 Otters and Storm. Second period's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The secret to a great hockey team is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Dr. Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Ah, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Need help? Don't know where to turn? Call United Way's 211 to learn about health, human, and social services that could help you today. You'll be connected to a professional resource navigator who will listen to your needs and provide information on nonprofits that may be able to assist you. Erie County residents can also text their need and zip code to 898-211 to receive information by text. It's free, easy, and the quickest way to find help. Dial 211 24/7, 365 days a year, or visit pa211nw.org to find free, confidential help today.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters and Storm, 2-2 after one period. We get back to action for the second. I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. And a whistle a few seconds in after a shot on Campbell. Yuba trying to squeak one in from the far side. And the draw coming up after the stoppage to Campbell's right. Shots 15-10 through one period. 2 goals apiece. Similar style to where we were at Friday at the Sleeman Center. Tied at 2. It was The Storm tying things up after a couple Erie Otters 1-goal leads, and now the Otters work in left wing side, snap to the net, gloved by Dawes. He holds on. On Friday night, the story was the Guelph Storm in a 4-goal second period. We'll see how this one plays out as Guelph went on to a 7-5 victory. The draw will be the right of Nico Dawes. 40 seconds in to this second. Henry float one towards the net. That was blocked by his own man, Austin Swankler, trying to redirect it as Emmett Sproul chases this one down. Knocked down to the play behind the net by Bianconi. And Erie's going back to the man advantage. A tripping call to Bianconi. It was the power play goal from Chad Yetman, his 12th of the season. And his 7th straight game with a goal that tied things up with 2 seconds left back in the first. And back to the man advantage go the Otters, 1 for 2. And just like that, Chad Yetman has climbed into the top 4 in goal scoring. Just 2 behind Arthur Kaliev, who has the league lead with 14. As look out, the Otters fan on that play, and right near the blue line, it allows Cam Hillis to skate it back and drop it into Erie territory. He's wrapped up with Jamie Drysdale. Puck knocked loose. Drysdale calmly just kicks it onto Chad Yetman, and Erie works out to center ice. Hayden Fowler around a man and across the blue line. Hands off to the right side. It's Max Golod. Couple stick handle moves. Banks it off the boards for Swankler. Now Drysdale, center point. 30 seconds off that power play clock. They find Golod on the left side as he gets back to the Otters setup formation. Drysdale shot, saved by Dawes, and he holds on. Yetman looking for some garbage in front. Fowler there also trying to redirect that shot. But Nico Dawes able to see that one through and make the save and hold on. Minute 22 of power play time left for Erie. And they win the draw back. Drysdale holds on the backhand. Goes to Swankler on the right. Send right back to Drysdale. Hands off Golod. Winds up. Drops it off in front now looking for Fowler. They tie him up and it's brushed on down ice. Cleared by Hillis. Erie trying to move it down to the goal line, then back out in front. But the Guelph Storm, they were ready for that play. The tap to the slot for Fowler. Here's Golod streaking in left wing side. Nice move, but it's poked off his stick. Comes to Drysdale. His shot, that's blocked by Ralph. And on out to center ice. Great move by Golod. Just couldn't get around that last man. As Golod takes a bump on the near side from Fedor Gordeev. And Golod is shaken up. Gordeev, he laid out Jamie Drysdale Friday night at the Sleeman Center in their meeting on the rope. Golod still shaken up as he makes his way to the bench, and Ralph puts on the Ritz inside Erie territory on the PK. They find Gogolev, but he's poke checked at the last second by Yetman, or else it was all Gogolev from the face-off dots down in the Erie zone, shorthanded. Second unit coming on for Erie. And into the zone, right wing side is Daniel Singer. He was stripped of the puck, and it's fired back down the other way, and Gogolev is going to come out. So is Aiden Campbell to play this one. He gets there first and sweeps it around the wall for Emmett Sproul. Sproul walks out in front of his own open net, but has the handle as he speeds out to center ice. Sproul drops it off to Matto left side. Right back down for Emmett Sproul. Otters first round pick 2017 out of the box as the penalty is killed. Bianconi rejoins with 3 minutes off the clock here in the second. Otters 1 for 3 on the man advantage. Tie game 2 aside. Off the skate of Connor Lockhart into the offensive zone. Sproul looking to pick this one on up. Knocked down on a play by Jilkin. And skating out towards center ice. Here comes Pappas. And across the Erie line. Through one, but the Otters recover. And Connor Lockhart knifes that puck loose to the near corner of the Erie zone. Lockhart guided behind the goal for Jacob Golden. Golden trying to tap this one along. Sador couldn't get it out of the zone. Golden one more try at it, but it's blocked by McFarland. And still with the puck, it's Guelph. Terry shot from the point. It was offside on the play. Shot was blocked by their own bodies along the right wing circle, but this will come outside the zone on the offside whistle. Otters back on home ice this upcoming Saturday, the 26th of October. And a couple promotions going on for the Erie Otters as the first 500 kids in attendance will receive a free ball cap and can take part in trick-or-treating. It's Hat Trick-or-Treat night Saturday night at the Erie Insurance Arena for the first 500 kids in attendance. Also, it's Hops in Hockey for the adults and a beer tasting event with Oktoberfest brews. If you're coming to the game, $15 gets you into that event. $30 ticket package for the beer tasting as well as the hockey game. As Terry clears out towards the Erie line, Henry will fire this one on ahead for the Otters. Sador tucks it into the zone. But it's quickly gathered in by Keegan Stevenson. He just powers his way through center ice, past Noah Sador and into the Erie zone. Flips it to his left. That was looking to find Cedric Ralph. Erie can clear, but it's whacked right back into Erie ice. They're still offside, and Henry holds behind his net. As Keegan Stevenson backs off, the Otters look for the pass ahead. Breaking out, Jake Golden left wing. He'll snap it into the zone. Erie will make a defensive pair changing. And first man to it, Duff, as he holds in from the point. Floated out towards the front here. Turning around is Chad Yetman. Pinballs in front. And Nico Dawes gathers it in. Oh, just a spinning, twirling play to the front on a centering pass for Chad Yetman. They hit off 2 sets of skates and almost worked its way towards the crease and into the net. Nico Dawes able to track it down as that slow sliding puck settled in his blue paint. And the face-off will be to Dawes' left. Draw one to Gordeev. Looks in clear, bounces around Yetman, and some numbers ahead for the Storm. Yuba chips it into the zone, and it'll roll towards goaltender Campbell, who covers up. The 15:08 to play in this second period. Tied at 2. All goals coming in the first period. Otters in this situation, tied after the first, 2-2 on the season. As Erie wins the draw back behind their net, Drysdale, a little bit of time and space, just flips it out ahead to center red, whacked right back into the skates of Drysdale, and he'll settle it down, carry into the zone, and launches one that sails high off the end glass's goal line. Feeds it back down low. Fowler just past his stick. Chayka looking to stop up, avoids the traffic, shuffles it behind his own net, and along the right wing side. It'll be dropped off by Hillis and then drilled off of the backside of Hillis out to center ice. Jack Duff ramped in on the play by Fowler. He had a stick down. Dawes is going to move this one as Chayka slides it behind the net for Fedor Gordeev. And Gordeev, the big 6'7", 224-pound defender, his pass a little off the mark and resulting in an icing call against the Guelph Storm. Shots 3-2 in favor of the Otters in this period alone. 5 minutes, 36 seconds off the clock. 18-12 the shots on goal. Favor of the Otters side. There you see Aiden Campbell, the 17-year-old goaltender from Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. Short drive, about an hour and a half down I-79 south. As Campbell, the start here tonight, second consecutive start against the Guelph Storm. Erie couldn't get the shot through from the left wing circle. And now they pester around. They'll find this one along the far boards. Play it out to Cam Morton. Wrist shot towards the front. It's gobbled up by Dawes. Erie's getting traffic to the front of the net. Sproul was heading there. Morton puts it on goal. As Cameron Morton picked up his first OHL point against the Guelph Storm last Friday. An assist on the Daniel D'Amato goal in the third period. He's still looking for his first OHL goal. Same with Noah Sador and Marcus Gillard, the 3 on the Otters roster, looking for their first OHL goal still. As it's bounced ahead to center and then chipped on in by Matthew Pappas. The Otters running McFarland out of the play behind the net. McDougall will pick this one up on the play from Swankler. Give right back to Swankler right side. He'll shoot it into the zone as he takes the bump. The puck goes on goal and Dawes guides it along. But he lost the handle. The Otters look out, streaking in front. A chance is Swankler to the goal, and it's sticked away by Dawes. Swankler is falling out of control. Still able to get a shot away somehow. But nicely stopped by Nico Dawes. At that right wing circle. Another cough up by McFarland. McDougall now with the handle left side. Puts a shot away. Sharp angle there. Trying to go short side. Blockered away by Dawes. And head to center ice on the clear. McFarland bounce it forward, but offside on the play. Ahead was Pappas looking for the centering play from Cooper Walker, but everything whistled down before that. 13-11 to go in the second. 2-2 game. And as we mentioned during the pregame show, much slower week for the Erie Otters after a 3-3 last weekend. They're second on the season. They'll have 6 more, including Another one coming up next week. Friday on the road. And then Saturday, Sunday on home ice as Erie dumps it on in. Here's Connor Lockhart as he goes into the corner with Profaka. The Storm come out with the puck. Cruising with it is Ralph. And in down the right wing side. They find the back door. Look out, jumping in. A shot. Profaka denied by Campbell. Loose in the slot. Ralph bringing on the backhand. Save made. Rebound. Still loose. Sweeping around. Erie gets it to the wall. Going to be held in by Terry on the right side. Keegan Stevenson will come up the near boards. The play to Terry. Throws it towards the front of the net. Blocked, but it comes right to Ralph as he turns from the slot, trying to get a shot away. Lots of sticks, and Erie pokes it ahead. They'll get it out the center ice, and they're going to draw a penalty. Here's D'Amato, left wing side. Gets a shot, keeps it low. Rebound, poke towards the goal. Save does, and the rebound is gathered in at the right circle. Golden, he'll float one to the net. That's stopped as well. Selling right back to Golden. Extra man on is Maxim Golod. And now penalty, the whistle will sound. Erie had the puck and knocked down in front is Connor Lockhart. And we'll have our whistle and head to the penalty box as Cedric Ralph is guilty of a slashing call. Fourth power play chance for Erie here this afternoon. A discussion with Nico Dawes as he was knocked down behind the play. I didn't see what led up to it. Connor Lockhart was in front. He was buried along the ice with Nico Dawes, but that was away from the puck. I was staring down where Max Golod was going with it, but we got the whistle because of that. Nobody in the box for the Erie Otters, and another power play. The Plymouth Tavern power play on the ice for Erie. Whistled out the center ice for the Otters. Glove it down and bring it right back in. Yetman has a power play goal to tie things up at 2. Back in the first. They look to give out in front. Fowler turns, fires. That was blocked. Loose in the slot. Hoisted ahead by Hillis. And the Guelph Storm will clear. Drysdale will march this one from his own end. Defers left for Fowler. Dumps it in, but it comes right to the long reach of Fedor Gordeev. And this one's going to go the other way. On the clear, Erie resets behind their net. Here's Drysdale. Ahead for Max Golod, reels in the pass. Drops it off for Fowler. Lots of sticks. He's sandwiched at the blue line. Puck squirts loose to Josh Wainman. And the former Erie Otter lofts this one ahead. Back to Erie ice. Swankler will steer it to Max Golod at the blue line of the Otters end. And from neutral, into the zone, drop pass off the mark. Otters going to reset again, down to 53 seconds. Snaps quickly, but Erie's offside on the play. Swankler wanted to one-touch that one to Golod on the left side. But everybody wasn't back touched up in time. 52 seconds left with this fourth Erie power play. In a 2-2 game, 10:59 to go in the second. And the Otters just work forward. Daniel D'Amato trying to give to the front as Erie crosses the line. Pass was blocked, but they'll reset. Beamish center point. Right side, it's Connor Lockhart. Lockhart in front, just missed everybody. Was looking for a redirect. Erie resets, though. Held in by Sproul. Back to Lockhart, right side. Wrist shot blocked out of play by Josh Wainman. And the draw will stay inside Guelph territory to the left of netminder Nico Dawes. 32 seconds left on this power play. Second unit stays on for Erie. One back by the Storm, and they'll launch this one 200 feet back to Aiden Campbell. Beamish will collect it and survey the scene from behind his net. One last rush here on the man advantage for the Erie Otters, and it's Daniel Singer. He just skates through everybody here, but eventually pinched off right at the slot, and it's cleared back to center ice. Beamish to move it. 8 seconds left. Erie tucks it in right wing side, rattled back down the boards to Erie ice as Gogolev provides chase. Beamish trying to get a little bit of refuge behind his own net. He'll hand it off to Emmett Sproul as the power play winds down, and now back to 5-on-5 we go. Singer into the zone left wing side for Erie. Trying to play to the front, looking for Daniel D'Amato. And this one Just flipped up into the air along the left wing circle. And still working this out to center is Chayka. Follow up, Jokin. And into the Erie zone. Hands off left, Gogolev. Takes a peek, looks for Roach, sends it in front. Off his skate to Matto. Just had a trickle wide in front of his own goaltender. Another one thrown to the net by Gordeev. Stopped up by Jokin, and he charges behind the net. For Roach behind the goal. Collins joins him. Loose puck on the right wing half wall. Selin knocks it off the boards, and that will get to center ice. Reeled in by Wayman. They reset. Gordeev going to rip it right back in. Campbell stops it up. Plays it up the near side boards. And there's Guelph. They drop it back down low. Henry takes it over and sends it out to center. Brendan Selin will tuck it into the zone, looking for Hoffman. Slowed by Wayman a bit. As Selin back into the plate. Ty Collins takes over the handle, flips it up the wall and back to center ice. 9 minutes to play here in the second period. 2-2 game. Cross corner shoot in on the dump by Curtis Henry. Erie fires it out to the front. They just missed Hoffman. Golden picks it up though. At the right circle. Skips it off his stick. It'll settle on the left wing wall. Selin down low for Brendan Hoffman. It'll come out on the far side corner for Noah Sador. Back for Hoffman on the cycle. They're charged behind the net. Hoffman angle it up the boards. It comes to Duff. One-time blast. Kick save made. The rebound in front. And chopped to the near side wall by Guelph. Erie guides it back down low. In front for Selin. Worked off his stick. Drysdale will hustle in as he just steps onto the ice. Able to keep that in as Sador comes out. Toss out to the front. Denied, and it comes back to the corner for Sador. Good pressure here by the Erie Otters. Trying to get it on goal now as a shot from Drysdale's blocked. In front. Pass in front for Sador. Just couldn't tuck it to the forehand as it comes to Duff. He shoots and scores! Otters' fourth line had Guelph run ragged inside their own end, and eventually Jack Duff can fire one through traffic, and the Otters take the lead 3-2. Also, great work by the Otters' fourth line. Keeping this one hemmed in, the Guelph Storm hemmed in their own end. Trying to get shots on net. They got a few opportunities. Eventually sent out to the middle of the ice for Noah Sador. Ends up on a stick of Jack Duff. Just a little low slapper through some traffic that gets through. And the Otters are back ahead by one. Ralph trying to get it right back, though, for Guelph. Rise in the right wing side. Sends it out to the front. Stevenson shoots, and that one high. Bounces off that glass, almost in front and into the crease. But the Otters were aware of it. And they'll steer it out to center. That was played by Max Gola. They almost got it right back. We answered quick goals the other night in Guelph. As Gordeev works it into the Erie zone. His pass taken away by Yetman, and the Otters fire this one out ahead. Just too far on that reach for Max Gola, and Bianconi can settle it down on the handoff to Hillis. He was bothered there by Yetman on his back. Able to dump it in, and now Henry takes over with 7:22 to play. Here in the second, the Otters go ahead by one. It's 3-2. Yetman back into the zone, left wing side, all the way down to the corner. Golan follows up. It's played behind the goal by the Storm, and Gogolev cuts it off along the half wall. Trying to play it up the boards, and that'll bounce out to center ice. Drysdale track it down at the Otters center ice logo. Cuba stays with him, but the Otters cough the puck up right back to Drysdale as Gogolev gives it away. And now Slankler comes into the zone. Back to Drysdale, open left wing side, shoot, save made, and the rebound just past the stick of Sproul, and the Otters are going to draw another penalty here, and I think they'll take both. Yes, they will. I believe Sproul will go for the dive. And coming the other way will be Yuba. So it's going to be 4-on-4, but with 6:48 to play here in this second period, the Erie Otters on the back of a Jack Duff goal have jumped back ahead. 3-2 Erie in the second. Keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. So Yuba gets the call for tripping. Sproul will get the call. The unsportsmanlike on the embellishment. And we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. 6:48 to go here in the second period. Little open ice. As Bianconi, after the face-off win for Guelph, they'll find Fedor Gordeev. Gordeev spins away from some traffic. A fifth-round pick of the Toronto Maple Leafs, then involved in a trade. He goes to Minnesota, signing with them. As the Otters tuck this out ahead, whacked by Jack Duff, all the way back to Guelph ice as Gordeev, right behind him on the back check, trying to take the puck away from Gordeev is Swankler. Couldn't get it away as Bianconi leads the march for the Storm. Hillis to Bianconi, right side man open in front. Can they get it to him? They cannot, but it's still loose in the slot. And the Otters, Drysdale, pokes this one out ahead. McDougall, his pass is going to be intercepted by Wayman, who quickly moves it ahead for Hillis, but Jack Duff took it away for a second. And here's Hillis, though, getting it back in front. Here's Gogolev all by himself, goes the backhand. Campbell comes up with the save, and he holds on. Hillis and Gogolev. That's on another wavelength. They know exactly where each other is at. Hillis to Gogolev in front, just can't finish it off. Trying to go 5-hole, but they win the draw. Here's Wayman at the point. 4-on-4 for another minute. On the left side, Chayka. That shot to the goal high, but snared by Campbell. He'll hold on. And the face-off will be to the right. Moved over to his right. Inside Erie ice. This time, a tie-up at the dot. Jake Golden jumps in and lead the march ahead for the Otters. A little overloaded on the left side, but they do tuck it for Fowler. Drop past Golden into the zone. Rich shot off the mark. That'll catch the corner boards and slide all the way back to Erie ice. Beamish there to track it down. Hands off to Golden. Here with 40 seconds left. 4-on-4. And then Sproul and Yuba will be released. Fowler will carry the puck into the offensive zone. Drifts over to his right. In a bit of trouble there. Tried to pass to Beamish. Just rolled off his stick. And it's sent on ahead. And Wayman jumping in on the play here. Trying to make this an extra odd man rush as they played on in front. Tap to the net just wide. Jokin just missed on that play. Erie, look out. They lost the puck right on the side of their net. Beamish had it knocked off his stick. And Campbell, aware of that, puts the big mitt on top of it and holds on. With 5:04 to go. Second period. The Otters leaping to a 1-goal lead. Jack Duff, the go-ahead goal at 11:49. From Hoffman and Sador. 17 seconds left on the 4-on-4 period of time. And Lockhart steps in the draw for the Otters. It's going to be one to Bianconi rolling to the left of the Otters zone. They'll set up Gordy for a one-time shot that misses wide. Didn't get all of that one. Erie trying to hoist this one on ahead. It's knocked out because Gordy broke his stick on that play. And he throws this one back into the Erie corner. And now who's going to play the puck? The whistle will sound. The faceoff will stay inside Erie territory. And both bodies released from the penalty box. Yuba and Sproul. And the faceoff will be to the right of Aiden Campbell.
I heard somebody say, you're going to go with that ain't good. She said, Connor Lockhart, she's correct. She's going on with a free appetizer. Courtesy of Connor Murray's, and she's going to run away, but it's okay. She's a winner.
Rattled behind the Otters boards and a nice headman play by Henry as Erie escapes the zone left wing side. Here's D'Amato. He's got a little room here. Played in front, looking for Lockhart. And he just couldn't get a shot away. Bianconi had him buried into the ice defensively and also took the stick away. And here come the Guelph Storm. Left wing. Shot coming. Scores! Bakanov with a laser beam from the left wing circle. Ties things at 3. That thing was in and out in the blink of an eye. All even from Erie. Well, the 17-year-old from Moscow, Russia, the 38th overall pick in the CHL import draft. an absolute laser beam from the left wing face-off circle. It seemed like the Otters had that thing D'd up pretty well, but boy, that is a tough one to try and stop. If you're Aiden Campbell, that thing was off, in and out in an instant. Brand new hockey game here. The end of the second period. Here's Hoffman, left wing side. He'll send one just wide from the left wing face-off circle. Hoffman again will settle things down from the right boards. Hands off to Cam Morton. Take it, one-timer off the wall, deflected just wide by Singer. Erie will hold in from the right side point. Flipped up the wall. Knocked down by Pappas. And then moved out ahead right in front of the Guelph bench for McFarland. Into the zone they come. Stop at the circle. Drop it down low, Pappas. They got a man on the right side. Profaka at the corner. Jumps into the play. Skips it across the Erie zone off his stick. It'll settle at the point. Terry hammers it back down low. All the way to the near sidewall. Morton will get there for Erie. Sador there also. Bounced around. Hoffman jumps back into the play. Knocks a man down. They dig away with one of the Guelph Storm on top of the puck, and that is McFarland who's able to get back up. Erie still can't clear the zone, and McFarland back up, keeps it in. Hillis banks it off a man. Morton steers it near wall. Sador tucks it out to center ice, and that'll work for Erie with 3:15 left. Second period, we're all even. 3-3, a Bakanoff goal, his third of the season. Erie, look out, they coughed it up right to Hillis. A bit of trouble now as Hillis works it down the right wing side, sweeps it towards the corner. Morton cuts it off there. He's run into Yuba. Some fresh bodies on for the Storm. Erie looking to make a swap of their own as Beamish, fanned on the clearing attempt. It's held in at the point. Wayman right side. Waits, looking for Gogolev. He'll have to settle it down on the bouncing play. Rips it down low, drops for Hillis. Out of the near side corner, Cam Hillis. Looking for Yuba, who jumps in from the half wall to make a play. Hold in, Hillis, and then Gogolev along the goal line with Yuba in front. Hillis trying to get into the play as Gogolev stops behind the net. Hand off left. Chaco right back down low. Gogolev has Hillis in the right wing circle. Gogolev still holds. Waits. The Otters watch. And now it's hemmed in for a bit for this unit. They give to the point. Chaco wrist shot. Kick save made. A rebound in front. Erie looking for a clear. They'll get it as far as center red. As the Storm want to bring it back in. Sador beeline to the bench. They'll get one fresh body on. But a poke check from Morton will knock it to center. And Erie can send into the zone. Sproul. They got to keep it into the zone here and finish off the change. They'll do so. And some gassed bodies on the ice for the Otters in a 3-3 game. Erie holds in. Sproul shoots just wide and sent to the near side wall. All in Guelph territory. Duff hands to Drysdale. Skips off his stick but does hold in. Kicked loose by Max Golod. Then hoisted back to Erie ice. Does it have enough racing? No, it's waved out. Duff will collect it and look ahead from his own circle. Defers to Drysdale with nearly 90 seconds left to play in the second. Now the Otters guilty of an icing call with 1:32 to go in the second. Andre Bakanoff at 15:34 ties this thing up. 3 apiece. And in the final 1:32, the face-off to the left of goaltender Aiden Campbell. Erie wins it back to Drysdale behind the net, watched by Roach. Gives out to Max Golod, and now Duff carries to center. His pass goes off a stick, and this one will trickle in on goal, and Dawes will hold on. And the upcoming face-off to his right. Always tight, these hockey games between these two teams. 2019 OHL champion Guelph Storm. Who are in the starts of a rebuild. 14 players from last year's championship squad that dressed in Game 6 of that OHL final. Now changes here for the Guelph Storm. And the draw to the right for get us back into action with 1:20 left. But the young guns taking over for the Guelph Storm, as is the cycles in junior hockey. We'll talk about that blueprint coming up as a shot from Sproul right off the face-off, kicked out by Dawes. And slapped ahead as Jack Duff nicely read that one. He keeps in. Gives down to the corner, looking for Emmett Sproul. Gordiev gets back in time. Drysdale's going to hold in. Behind the goal once more. Sproul gives out to the front. denied on that centering pass. It rolls to the near circles, and Erie plays it to Duff. Drop it back down low. There's Austin Swankler to McDougal. Steps around one, comes up this left wing wall to Duff. Lets a shot go, save made, rebound just past the stick of Swankler. And then played ahead off the tape of Jack Duff and into Erie ice. 44 seconds left. Played for McDougal. Has to settle it down here. They look for Drysdale. Has to force this one on a bouncer ahead. And it allows Guelph to take possession and bring it back into the Erie zone on the right wing side. Stevenson, D'd up by Jack Duff. Played behind the Otters net. There's Drysdale. Steps in front of Bakanov. Drills it back up the wall. Furthered by McDougal. Once more Swankler. Then hoisted forward by Sproul with 20 seconds to go. Changes quickly here for the Erie Otters. And one more rush into the Erie zone for the Storm. Moved in by Bakanov, and he ducks the chuck coming from Jack Duff. Selwyn picks it up there. Walks in front of his own net. Guides it out ahead. Erie's got 5 seconds left. Here's Dan D'Amato, 1-on-2. Feeds it to the right. Lockhart shoots. Save made. And Lockhart dumped on the far side boards from Wingman. And horn sounds, pushing and shoving over on the far side corner. Lockhart, the long-range shot, looking for any sort of rebound for Daniel D'Amato, is kicked out by Dawes. And as soon as he let that shot go, he was lined up by Josh Wingman, who sends Lockhart sprawling to the ice on the hit. I don't believe we'll see anything come of this. No, they may. Yeah, we're going to start this third frame 4-on-4. Erie had a 1-goal lead, short-lived, as Jack Duff gives Erie a 3-2 lead in the second period. It's matched by Andrei Bakanov at a 15:34, and we sit tied at 3 here through 40 minutes of play. We'll step away for a break. When we come back, we're going to run an interview that I had last Friday. Chatted with Steve Fitzsimmons, the TV voice of the Guelph Storm on Rogers TV, and we'll talk about the rebuild of the Guelph Storm and this blueprint that they kind of have as they jump right into it. Already made a bunch of trades before the season and to start the season. After the championship year, we'll chat with Steve Fitzsimmons coming up in the break. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked number 1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Nice to see you again.
Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great?
Come on back and have a seat.
Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
So, I have all your details from the last time you were in. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard. Toast or avocado toast.
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be?
Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Changing a child's life is easier than you think. If you enjoy catching a movie, playing video games, or shooting hoops, then the Big Brothers Big Sisters mentoring program at Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania is a perfect fit for you. There are more than 150 kids waiting to be matched with a big brother or big sister in Erie and Western Crawford County. They are looking for someone just like you to spend time with. Matches are made based on common interests, so all you have to do is be yourself to impact a child. In just a few hours a week, you can make a major difference. Just be you and help change a life while doing it. To learn more about becoming a volunteer for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania, call 814-866-4566 or visit fsnwpa.org. Volunteers are needed in both Erie and Western Crawford counties. Call 814-866-4566 today to make a difference in the life of a child.
Do you have a passion for football? Do you want to stay connected to the game while helping today's players? Have you ever disagreed with an official's call and thought, I could do better? Well, here's the opportunity. Erie County football officials are actively recruiting. There's currently a shortage of officials, so here's your chance to give back to the game you love. Let's face it, we don't want to see any games canceled, so get off the sidelines and into the game. Get trained and join the next generation of referees. Email eriefootballofficials@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Erie County Football Officials.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back in the Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by the TV voice for Rogers TV, the Guelph Storm. It's Steve Fitzsimmons. And Steve, thanks for joining me here on the Otters broadcast. Always fun to hop on your side, and also great to have you whenever you join us for the Otters broadcast as well with color commentary where we're at around the road. But the Guelph Storm, 2019 OHL champions. Just, can you tell me about the run and what it was like again to watch the comeback kids? They seem to be all last playoffs, and then coming from behind in the championship series, down 2-0 to win it 4-2.
Yeah, it was a pretty amazing run, unlike anything we've really ever seen, where a team has shown to be at the brink of elimination so many times and show such a resiliency when their back is against the wall, and they were forced to find the will to win. They did, and they did it so many times in a row. And I don't know, it was I think a lot of fans had a lot of heart attacks or virtual heart attacks when they got so close to elimination so many times. But on the other hand, I think it speaks to a lot of character on that hockey team. I think it speaks to coming together when you absolutely need it, and maybe at times they took things a little bit lightly because they were overwhelmed with talent on that hockey club, and sometimes you have to incorporate that work ethic into it as well. And I think some nights they got outworked but not outskilled, and they lost. And I don't think anybody really thought when they were down 3-0 to London that they were going to come back and win that series, including a lot of people outside the Guelph Storm dressing room that were fans, probably even some of their team personnel. But the people inside that dressing room believed it, and they got one, then they got two, and suddenly momentum shifted, and that's where it came from. And they just had tremendous confidence in their ability to come back after they did it so many times.
So now here they are, 2019 champions after winning in 2014. The Guelph Storm just have, I know there's a general management change in between there, but boy, this franchise seems like it has the rebuild blueprint to win and then do what they have to do to get back into the mix of things.
Yeah, I think they certainly learned some lessons from 2014 where, they kept the likes of McGinn, Bertuzzi, Robbie Fabry maybe 1 year too long, that, they finished just inside the playoffs. They were eliminated, in the first round of the year after, and those guys really, had they traded them for some assets that could have helped them moving forward, they really struggled, of course, the next couple or 3 years, getting Ryan Merkley, of course, first overall at their low point where they were last overall. And I think they're just not going to go there. And they watched the Oshawa Generals learn basically from the Guelph mistake and turn over their roster much quicker. And I think that's a good blueprint that they're following. And of course, they dealt Liam Howell to the Kitchener Rangers, Owen Lalonde and Popovich to Flint. And I think there'll be some more bodies move out for some assets to recoup. And obviously they've acquired a young defenseman this week and a ton of draft picks along the way. And I think that's the blueprint of getting those those second and third round picks back in your cachet once you trade all those assets. We traded 19 draft picks to win it last year, and we had to recoup them. And George, they don't call him Trader George for nothing, because he certainly likes to make trades, and he does it well. And he's recouped a lot of those assets, and I suspect there'll be some more assets recouped as we get closer to the trade deadline.
Steve, can you fill us in on this team that we're going to see on the ice here tonight? Obviously, it's getting younger. Erie went through it the last 2 seasons as one of the youngest teams in the league, rebuilding from their championship run in 2017. But what can fans and Otters fans are going to see him again here for a third time in 12 days next week on Wednesday? But what can they expect from the Guelph Storm moving forward?
Well, as you say, they have 12 rookies in their lineup, but you know what? We've seen such maturation from a guy like Daniel Chayka, who is really helping solidify the back end. His second year in the league. Last year he played forward at times. We were so deep on the back end. So Chayka, a point a game so far, looking great. Fedor Gordeev, veteran defenseman, a guy that brings sandpaper size and just a solid all-around defender in the back end. Young goaltending core. I think we're going to see a lot of Owen Bennett this year. But also, when you look at Nico Dawes, he's been hurt recently, but his numbers are among the best in the league when he's played. And you know what? He took his fitness and conditioning to a different level in the offseason. He's shedded about 25 pounds. It's made a huge difference for his dexterity and just how he looks confident in the net. He's looked very good when he's played so far. Cam Hillis, the captain this year. Of course, he was injury prone and hardly played last year. Snake bit with a bunch of injuries, which must have broke his heart, no doubt, to not be able to contribute to that team. Montreal Canadiens draft pick. He's going to lead the way offensively. But among the young guys, Andrei Bakanov, a solid forward that played in the USHL last year. He's come in and contributed some points. He looks like a solid sort of rough and tumble guy that's going to make people earn every inch of ice. Some other guys around that, certainly we've drafted some guys that are going to be depth players that are going to learn and find their way in the league this year. There's a lot of worker bees on this team, I would say, that are maybe not going to score a lot, but they're going to make you earn every inch of ice. So, I expect it's going to be tough to score this year, but they're going to make you earn those victories, and they're going to work hard and not going to be outworked on many nights.
Steve, thanks for your time and enjoy the call here tonight.
Thank you very much. Good to talk to you.
That's friend of the broadcast, Steve Fitzsimmons, the play-by-play voice on Rogers TV for the Guelph Storm. More coming up. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant invites you to our weekly Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Choose from over 20 different items, including our custom-made crepes, omelets, our carving station, and much, much more. And for a quick, affordable lunch, it's Cloud9. For lunch ideas that are extraordinary. Cloud9 is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come relax with a fine wine, craft beer, or mixed drink, and find out more at cloud9erie.com. Cloud9 One Bar and Restaurant, 1010 French, wine, food, friends.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Ah, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
When I think back on the movie, I think of it as being what is that word, Christian? Elegiac?
Do you enjoy advancing your vocabulary while keeping up with what's happening in our world? If so, we bequeath you the snarky stories and interviews from comedian and inactivist Dennis Miller on the Dennis Miller Option Podcast.
Listen and subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Westwood One Podcast Network. Everyone's listening.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Aaron Cooney. We are tied at 3 through 40 minutes of play. Let's recap it for you during the UPMC intermission report. First period, pair of goals each. Dan D'Amato opened the scoring at 10:16. That's answered by the Guelph Storm, who had the next 2. Cedric Ralph on the power play at 11:55. And then Ty Collins, likes playing in this building, has got 2 goals here at the Erie Insurance Arena on the season. At 17:22, 2-1 Guelph. Erie with 2 seconds left in the first. Chad Yetman on the power play, knots it up at 2. Head to the second. Jack Duff, short lead for the Erie Otters with his second goal of the season at 11:49. That's matched by Andre Bakanov, even at 3 as we head to the third. That's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here to the Erie Insurance Arena for the third period of the annual school day game. Otters and Storm even at 3. We're skating 4-on-4 again here. Penalties right at the end of the second to Wainman and Lockhart as Erie brings it in left wing side. Golod with a man in front, tip to the goal. That's Yetman, denied of his second on the night by Nico Dawes. Even through 2 periods. Otters out shooting Guelph 34-18 through 2 periods. Face off coming up to the right of Nico Dawes. Both of these teams, when they enter the third period tied, it ends up in a shootout. Erie, the first time that they faced this situation, tied after 2 was Saturday night and fell in a shootout 3-2 for the Mississauga Steelheads. And Stevenson, look at this. He's going to run all the way down the ice, but denied by the glove of Aiden Campbell. As he came busting down the right wing around Curtis Henry, Campbell comes up with his first stop of the third period. The Guelph Storm, they've been involved in this situation, tied after 2 periods twice, both into shootouts. They dropped both of those games in a shootout. As Jake Golden, nice move around one. He's going to wheel into the offensive zone and around Gordeev in behind the net to the near side. Fedor Gordeev holding up on Golden. Forces the pass on to Hayden Fowler. Then left side, Erie's going to find Beamish in front. Swankler denied on the play. I believe that was Keegan Stevenson that got back to knock that pass away. Here comes Ralph the other way. In front, poked by the Otters towards their own net and kicked out by Campbell. Jacob forcing the issue, jumping in as the extra man on that stretch into the Erie zone. And Erie almost popped it into their own net. 4-on-4 for another half minute. Right wing side, back into the Erie zone they come, and the wrister from Roach is off a stick, up out of play. 1 minute and 34 seconds into this third frame. 27 seconds remain here in this 4-on-4 situation with Lockhart and Wainman in the penalty box. 3-3 game here from the Erie Insurance Arena on school day. As Duff throws Gogolev into the far side corner. Nothing coming up. It looked like Gogolev was leaning into Jack Duff. Gave a little push back and into the boards he went. Erie takes the handle back the other way. Here's Gordeev and company back behind their own net. Working this ahead. Hillis will take off down the right wing side and into Erie ice. Hillis, the captain, hands off. Here's a shot. Bianconi drills that one just wide. And the Otters pick it up as we head back. Even strength. 5-on-5. Golod drops it off for Drysdale in right side, and his shot is deflected away by Collins. Never made it on net as it's settled by Hillis. And behind the net penalty coming up here. That's going to go to Yetman. A cross-checking call. Yetman knew right off the bat as he knocked Bianconi down to the ice. And Guelph will have their second power play of the afternoon. You knew the next one was coming to the Erie Otters. They had 3 straight power play opportunities. And the Storm, who are 1 for 1 tonight on the man advantage, they'll take the ice. Erie adds, coming into this hockey game, the number 1 penalty kill unit in the league at 89.2%. Gave up just their 5th power play goal of the year back in the first. Jilkin, left side. Guides it down low off the stick of Huba. Gordeev holds from the right circle. Bianconi center point. To Jilkin on the left side dot. Down towards the half wall. Plays it out for Bakanov, and that goes right between the point men all the way back to Guelph ice. Free clear for the Otters. Swankler going to chase Gordeev back behind his net. Gordeev calmly sends it over to the right side. But it's coughed up as they run over the man who picked it off. That was D'Amato, but Hoffman has the biscuit. Wrist shot. Save made. And the shoulder stop made. It almost trickled back into the net as Nico Dawes backed up along that post and kept it out. Back the other way. Here comes Bakanov left side. We saw in that third. He doesn't need a whole lot of time to let her rip. Bianconi puts it down low behind the Otters net. They're changing the PK, or the power play unit rather, and that allows the Otters to clear. And now Nico Dawes stops it up behind his goal. Keeps it away from Max Golod. And the final 53 seconds of the power play. They'll get the top unit on as Hillis leaves it behind the net and played ahead Ralph. Hillis picks it up right side. And around Mac's goal line into the Erie zone. Ralph at the slot, peels off to the right circle, leaves it there for Hillis. Sets up shop with 35 seconds on the power play. Gogolev to Chayka. Hillis, right side, wrist shot. Squirts right through, but wide of the net. Gogolev sets it, resetting to the point. Hillis to Chayka, center point. Left side, Gogolev holds, waits, the left-hander backs up to the wall now. Makes his move and dishes down towards the corner. Gets it right back from Stevenson. Hands off to Stevenson behind the goal. He'll go to Hillis at the point. Chayka, center point, 10 seconds on the power play. Wrist shot, traffic, hit his own man, and the puck gobbled up as it drops in front of Aiden Campbell for the stop. Face off to the left of Campbell. 8 seconds on the power play. Yetman will step out. Yetman has the only shorthanded goal for the Erie Otters this season. That came back in Hamilton in game number 2 of the season. The Otters will rip this one off of McDougall. And out of the box is Yetman. Penalty is over. As the puck sits along the Otters' blue line, Swankler can pick it up for Erie. Forced back into his own end, gives some ground, and finds Jake Golden. The play ahead right wing side, McDougall on the shuffle in down deep. Nico Dawes, he's going to play it. Sproul was on his horse. Almost forced a turnover, but some room to escape for Chayka out to center. And Roach now right side. Jokin throws it to the goal, and there's Campbell for the stop, and he holds on. 15-12 remains here in the third period. We're all even at 3. Pair of goals for each team in the first period. We traded goals in the second. As we've seen 3 lead changes. Erie went up 1-0. Guelph went up 2-1. Erie went up 3-2. And we're even at 3 now. Here's Curtis Henry along the near side circle. As the crowd starts to get into it, nearly 2,000 students in attendance today, with the school day game. As it's ripped around the boards, played by Nico Dawes. Erie's going to hold in as it goes off the skates of Daniel Singer. And onto the near side dot. Singer throws it to the net. He hit his own man, Sador, with it. Bouncing puck along the goal line. Walker poked it loose. Hoffman in after it. As Sador trying to play it up for Henry at the point. Penalty coming up. It's going to go to Sador, I believe, as Erie touches up. And Noah Sador will go for hooking. Both arms came up. Both officials making the call. And Noah Sador sends the Otters back to the Planet Fitness penalty kill for a third time here tonight. They win the face-off to Chayka. Top unit starts featuring Gogolev and Hillis, who has it on the right side. Chayka, then Gogolev at the left dot, walks in. His shot goes off a stick. It'll pop to the corner for Hillis. He's jammed up there by Hayden Fowler. Squeezing in will be Yetman. He can carry this out to center. Now backs off. Gives ground to his own end. He'll dish this ahead for Fowler. Got a little room here to skate. Ducks around one check and finds the puck in the right corner of the offensive zone. Sorry to sidestep another one coming from Gogolev. But lost the handle. Killed some clock. As it's down to 1:25 left with the man advantage. And Chayka doubles back towards his own end. And then hands off to Gogolev at the line. Almost poke checked by Fowler, but Gogolev through some traffic. Hands off left. Hillis picks it up around the Otters D. They'll set up shop. It's Gogolev along the left half wall. As he button hooks away from the Otters, Fowler. Down to the corner. Angle for Chayka at the point. Right side, Hillis. Winds up. Slap pass, and that one may have caught the stick of Stevenson, but goes wide. Gogolev sets up Chayka once more. Then a right side, Hillis. Drops it off Chayka at the point. One hand, he just pokes it along the near wall for Gogolev, trying to hold in here. He's going to take it away. And Yetman, out of the end of his shift here, goes for a little skate at center ice. And then drops it on back for Curtis Henry. Send it over for Drysdale. Erie playing keep away. 4 corners. And bounce it on down to the near side corner of the Guelph end. 30 seconds on the power play. Erie offside as Golan will touch up. Just providing chase against Gordiv. Jokin drops it in left wing to the Otters end. Golod pokes around behind the net. D'Amato's going to find it on the left wing wall. And he'll snap it ahead, and it'll skip on down and slowed by Dawes as he kicks it behind the goal. 10 seconds on the power play. As they play it off the skate of Bakanov, Gordeev will go and grab it once more, and that'll end the power play. Beaver tail for Dawes signifies Sador released. Power play is over. Battle back behind the Otters net with 12.5 to play here in the third, all even at 3. Yuba twisting away from Drysdale. Drysdale still battling away, thrown to the front here. Look how that skips right through the blue paint. Nobody there for either team as it just drifts on by everybody. And now Swankler marches right down the middle of the ice. Swankler in on goal. His shot stopped by Dawes. The seas parted for Swankler, but he can't beat Nico Dawes. Otters hold from the point. Beamish float one to the net. Hit his own man. Swankler in front. It was knocked down in front of the goal. After it behind the goal. In front. Swankler denied again. As Dawes owning Austin Swankler in tight right now. Swankler, McDougall, Sproul. Send it out to the point. Beamish. Wrist shot coming. That one sails high. Off the end glass. Swankler after it. Hamming around the near side boards, and this will slide back to Erie ice. Beamish to track it down. Solid shift for the Otters. Austin Swankler, handful of shots on goal, but just can't beat Dawes. Back in they come as McDougall's shot is blocked. Puck rolls over to the far side boards. McDougall plants a man along the ice. And down was Ben McFarland, but they recover as Roach heads down the other way to Erie ice. He's hit by Drysdale. Terry now plays it on the front. Off his skate on goal save. Main rebound sliding across is Campbell. And he makes a couple great saves to keep this game tied. Hand off to Roach to the far side. They give to the point. Left side, Terry lets one go. It's blocked. Loose in the slot. McDougall ahead for Drysdale. Stripped to the puck near the Erie line. Ripped off the boards and out towards center ice. And now Hoffman can settle things down, and Erie can finish the change. Hoffman, he's got some room to skate down the left wing side. Makes his move. It goes off the skate of Chayka. Still loose as two Guelph Storm run into each other, and they finally whack it to the right wall. And that headman, this one, bouncing puck. Gogolev can't reel it in. Drysdale steps in front of him, knocks the puck loose. In behind the Erie net, Gogolev tracks it down. Drysdale stays with him to the far side corner of the Erie zone. Able to shuffle it back behind for Cameron Morton. Hillis is going to grab it on the near side. Leaves it for Yuba. Yuba to Cam Hillis in the slot. Wrist shot. Blockered away. Campbell sends it behind his own net. Yuba to it in the far corner now. Protects against Morton. Leaves it for Gogolev. Gloves it down. Turns. Fans on the shot. Comes to Cam Hillis. He'll leave it to the point. Some tired bodies out there. Shot from Chayka wide. Wayman just on. Holds in for Guelph. Erie watching here. You can tell they're gassed. Here's Hillis. Near side. Trying to float it out in front. That's going to be gloved down. And Sador can skate it out of danger. He'll hit center red and just trying to drag through Chayka now. He'll get it to drift on goal, and Dawes snaps it ahead to center. Intercepted there by Jack Duff. He hoists it right back into the zone. Hit his former teammate in Josh Wayman as the Otters again prodded in from center. Forced back to neutral territory. Gogolev is passed to Wayman on the right wing side. Watched by Duff. Shouldered back out towards the neutral zone, but does keep the puck in deep. There's Curtis Henry for the Otters. 9.5 to play. Tied at 3. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena this afternoon. Yetman will track this down in the near corner offensively. On for Fowler. Cycled along. It's Golan. Up the wall. He'll find Henry at the point. Drags across the line. Looks for a shooting lane. His shot. It's blocked. Henry stays after it and chips it down the wall. Fowler ties it up. Gives the Golan. Taken off his stick by Bakanov, who tied this game at 3. He sends it off the window back to Erie ice. And Jack Duff will get there. Long time without whistles here. And it goes back into the PK as the Otters force this one out to center ice. And in front of their own bench, Jack Duff holds there. He sees an open Fowler on the right side. Waits for the change and then rips it into the zone. He'll do the same as he makes his way to the bench with 8:40 to play in regulation time. All tied up at 3. Bianconi slides it towards the Erie line. Taken by Jake Golden. Left out at center red by Selin. For the intercept by Gogolev and Fedor Gordeev now. Headman for Yuba. Nicely knocked it out of the air, but the Otters grab it. Golden on for Daniel D'Amato through center red to Lockhart. Takes the shoulder, but Erie gets it into the zone. Swept back around the near side for Brendan Selin. He'll find it at the circle. Drop it off to Lockhart in the corner. Taken by Hillis as he turns it back behind the goal for Bianconi. A chance to look out ahead. And a nice dish finds Yuba. Angles it off the right wall to himself, then puts it off of Golden and drilled into Erie ice. But they're offside on that entry. And a whistle with 7:57 to go here in the third. We're all even at 3. Otters, Storm, 3 aside. Time winding down here in regulation. Otters fans, Dean Dairy and True Moo Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. Face off will be right in front of the Erie bench in neutral territory. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Here on School Day for the Erie Otters, the annual School Day game. All even at 3, still looking for a deciding goal. Ripped on in, just under 8 to play. At the Otters end of things, here's Curtis Henry. After the handoff from Aiden Campbell. On for Austin Swankler. And ahead is Jake Golden cruising into the zone. Looking for Swankler back behind the net. Beats it out in front here. Tap play for Sproul. Just couldn't get it on goal. Moved ahead on the right side. That was Chaka. Stevenson throws it on in. Golden tracking down behind the net, but he's sandwiched along the boards by Cedric Ralph. Crashing in was Austin Swankler. Stick slashed into somebody's hands. That belonged to Jake Golden, but the Otters march ahead regardless. Right side into the zone is Henry. Holds, waits, float on goal. Blocker save, made the rebound in front. Picked up by Ralph. Erie bounces one to the circles. That'll be grabbed by the Storm. And look out, Erie was changing on the defensive end of things here. Bakanoff was coming into the zone. Wayman tried to make it an extra man, but Drysdale just hopping on with the takeaway. Erie on ahead. Here's Golod with a chance. Shoulder stop made, the rebound. Bouncing on it is Dawes as he gets the whistle and holds on. A great pickup by Max Golod. To enter the zone, skate the stick, and get a shot away on the left side. Better save from Nico Dawes. That rebound sat right in front of him. He sprawls out to pounce on it. Erie picks this one up from the face-off dot. Sauce down, Fowler in front. It'll come to Drysdale at the point. Lots of traffic in front. They go to Duff. His shot wide off the end boards. Yetman looking for it. It's going to be Hillis. Put it behind the net for Fedor Gordeev as Jack Duff reaches in on the keep in now. Erie finds Fowler. Holds in the office. Stripped of the puck by Gordeev. Erie finds it on the near wall once more. Cycle for Fowler. And then Yetman looking for it behind the net. Gets away from, puts it out in front here. Never got the shot through Golod as the puck is sent back behind the Guelph net and Gordeev once more. Headman play to Cam Hillis, right side into the Erie zone. Trying to give to Yuba. 2 Otters, they just slash the puck away from to the far wall as Duff puts a body into a man. Chasing after it behind the net is Gogolev. But Drysdale has him wrapped up. And Yetman can move it to Golod. He'll slap it into the zone because of the foot race here. One out by Hayden Fowler. Jams on the brakes. Puck loose to the near side corner. Back and forth, Chaka and Fowler as the Otters bouncing puck inside Guelph's territory, but worked ahead by Walker, and back the other way they come. Pappas puts a bump onto an Otter on the near side wall. Trying to clear is Beamish as they get it right back. Here's Walker. Chopped away from him by Brendan Sellen. Sent on across. Nice read by D'Amato. He'll pick this up 2-on-2 into the offensive zone on the steal. D'Amato stops, shoots. That was blocked. It skips over for Hoffman at the far wall. Overskated. And Guelph out ahead to center ice. Down the right wing side. They'll drop it off. Getting back defensively nicely was Daniel D'Amato as it's played around the horn. They force it back to the near side corner where McFarland has it cut off by Beamish. And played ahead Sellen. The stick just failed him on that play as he gives a look down. Puck is still loose at center ice. They'll find Hoffman on the right side. As they hand off for Sellen. It's taken away by the Storm, and here comes Bakanoff. Left wing side, wrist shot. Glove save, Campbell. And he'll hold on with 4:50 to go in the third. All even at 3. Face off to the right of goaltender Campbell, who stopped 21 of 24 here tonight. How about the performance of Nico Dawes? He has stopped 37 of 40. A .932 save percentage for Nico Dawes coming into this one. That'll stay up as well. The Otters rip it out ahead to center. Trickled across the blue line. Quickly whacked back to neutral ice by Guelph, where it's settled and picked up by Ralph. He's bodied by Swankler. Bakkenoff now peels away from Austin Swankler. And now McDougal will bring it to the zone left wing side after the steal. Fan on the play. Picks it right back up. Hands off to Henry. Now Drysdale right side. Traffic in front. Drysdale hands it off the end boards. It'll sit on the back of the net where Emmett Sproul. He's sandwiched along the glass by Fedor Gordeev. Puck still loose. Here's Henry again. With a man behind the net. Swankler, but reaching in and taking it away. Long arms of the law. Fedor Gordeev. He'll launch it back to Erie ice. And an icing call whistled against the Storm.
Alrighty, it is now time for the jersey raffle number. So if you bought your ticket, please take it out.
Face off. Erie chooses the left side of Nico Dawes. And I believe we're going to see a timeout taken by the Storm. You had a gassed unit there. George Burnett, head coach and general manager of the Guelph Storm. Well, you don't take the timeouts home with you. And with 4:01 left, may as well use it. Rest up the group you had there and settle for a defensive zone draw. 3-3 hockey game here in the third. No scoring in the third period. We traded goals in each frame. It was 2-2 after one. Erie grabbed the 1-goal lead in the second. It was short-lived. Lasted just under 4 minutes for Andre Bakkenoff. Ties this game up at 3. And Bakkenoff and Austin Swankler on the neutral ice, back and forth at it. A couple of USHL alums. And we'll drop the puck here inside Guelph territory. Golad's going to find it here, played in front. Here's Yepman, and just out of his wheelhouse. Couldn't turn it to the net on the one-timer after the Otters picked up that puck in the corner. Forced to center, Erie resets. Golad guides it into the zone. Gordeev takes it away. Ripped up the wall and be held in by Jack Duff, but it comes right to Yuba and lifted ahead into Erie ice. This may be another icing call. It is, as Yuba trying to get a favorable bounce for that thing. A little backspin if you could. Didn't work out. Icing call. And on back down to Guelph ice we go. Now the Otters are saying, what's going on here? You can choose which one you want. The icing call took place on that far side, so they lined up there, and the Otters say, no, we want it on Chad Yetman's backhand on the right wing. And they will get the call, and the face-off coming. It's part of the new rule changes here through the OHL and through hockey. NHL doing the same, these icing calls. You choose which dot you want if you're the attacking team on a icing call to create more offense. As the Otters stop it up along the near side corner boards after the draw. Fowler sends it to Drysdale, pokes it right back down for Fowler. Battled for along the wall and forced to center by Chayka. Here he just drills it back towards neutral ice. Goes off the body of Cam Hillis. He's offside now and allows Drysdale to scoop it up, trying to snap it ahead. Pass was blocked by Yuba. Follow up by Jack Duff, and Erie again loose to center ice. Rolling puck, Yetman with it. He'll give on a drop pass, Max Golan. A little handoff to Jake Golden into the zone with 3 minutes to go. Golden stops. Had it poke checked along the right wing circle as Goglev. He hands off to Max Golad, but it does bounce out to center ice. I think we're starting to see some of the strange fatigue set in here at 1 o'clock p.m. You're used to not playing an 11 a.m. start. Cycles are off and looks a bit different. Playing for a point right now. As Curtis Henry in the near side corner. Out of his own end. One touched on for Connor Lockhart. Sends it to open ice and looks to track this one down. Bianconi gets there first. As Bakkenoff and Bianconi force it back to Erie ice. This one will be launched back to the Storm zone. As Daniel D'Amato trying to get in there, beat out the icing call, unable to do so. Gordeev, first man in the race. 2:20 left third period, even at 3. The face-off will be to the right of Aiden Campbell. With time winding down in regulation, we may be looking at another overtime game. There were 4 teams that did not have an overtime game heading into last weekend, Erie and Mississauga being one of them, but they wiped that out with their first OT games and resulting in a shootout. After that face-off play, it's whistled down ice. No icing here as Erie chases it to the near side corner. As Brendan Sellin and Connor Lockhart going to work behind the net. Bakanoff has it chopped to the blue line. Beamish, he'll set up Connor Lockhart. Back to Beamish at the left point. Throws it towards the net, deflected onto the goal here. Loose out in front. Sellin backhander. Glove saved by Nico Dawes as Sellin looks to the heavens. Absolutely robbed by Nico Dawes in front. Oh, we can get another look at that one. Sellin thought he had a wide open net and was looking at goal number 2 on the season. As Dawes reaches with the left paw, desperation to his left, comes up with the stop, and Sellin can't believe it. Remains 3-3, 1:49 to go. The Otters force it back behind the net of the Storm. They'll reach the near side. Gogolev has it knocked away by MacDougall. And now Chayka turned around by MacDougall. Ends up back on the tape of Chayka for Wayman. Pokes it up that far side wall, and it rolls out the center. Jack Duff in some trouble. Had to lose it right between his legs. And now Yuba's tied up by Duff in the Erie zone. Swankler looking for it also, right along the right half wall. Comes to Wayman, his shot. Snared by goaltender Campbell. And he holds on with 1:17 to go here in the third. Shots 42-24. Nico Dawes coming up with some of the best of the evening, afternoon. And the face off to Campbell's left. Draw one back to Josh Wayman. Winds up, slapper. Save Campbell. Traffic in front. But Campbell eats up the puck and holds on. 1:13 left in regulation time. Another one dropped, and Erie picks this one up. Some help from the wingers. They loft it out ahead to center, and we grabbed by Max Golod, and into the zone they come. On for Yetman. He's got a little speed here, trying to turn with the forehand. He's poke checked last second by Chayka. Golod in the corner now. Erie trying to find the game-winning goal before this period expires. But the pass from Golden is knocked down by Gogolev and then cleared softly back to Erie ice. Jake Golden, former Londonite, carries ahead. Launch it from center red off the end boards. Nico Dawes, as it rolls back to the trapezoid, he can play it and then rip back around the horn to Erie ice off the stick of Jake Golden with 35 seconds to go. In a 3-3 hockey game. Storm, Otters tied here. Really tied for a lot of the game. Leads were not really safe. It's played off a Storm stick and down into Guelph territory. Shot for Bianconi out of his own near corner. Now Bakanoff, who tied this game at 3. Loses it to Chad Yetman out at neutral ice. 15 seconds left. Played out ahead off the stick of Fowler. 10 seconds to go. Looks like each team will be picking up a point here. Bianconi played up the near side wall. Yuba tied up along the near side boards. And the two teams that led the league as throw one last gasp, denied by Nico Dawes. Both these teams had 18 overtime games last season to lead the OHL. We're going to head to one here. Quick minute break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast?
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hockey has returned to the city of Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena this fall. It's Hat Trick or Treat Night on Saturday, October 26th, when the Otters take on the London Knights at 7 p.m. Kids in attendance ages 12 and under will receive a free Otters hat. You can fill it with candy in our Halloween celebration. Don't miss the NHL Stars of Tomorrow today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio, 96.3 and 1260.
The secret to a great hockey team is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Dr. Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
Back to action here for the overtime frame, tied at 3. I'm Aaron Cooney. Here comes Guelph out ahead. Left wing side is Hillis in a 3-on-3 overtime frame. Wrist shot, glove save, Campbell. And he'll hold on. The Otters led a rush the other way just before that. Couldn't come up with anything on goal. And running things back, the big guns, Gogolev and Hillis, along with Gordy. They're going to be replaced now. Stevenson, Roach, Chayka replace them. Swankler, McDougall, and Jake Golden on for Erie. 4.5 to go in the overtime frame. Chayka from the goal. That one pinballs around. That hits a couple bodies in front, but ends up wide of the net. Swankler leaves it behind the goal for Jake Golden. And out ahead, the Otters skate. Leading the march, Golden, right wing side. Carries the mail to the corner. Wheels in behind the net. 5-on-5 there. You see the jersey numbers. Chayka, Golden. Golden still with the biscuit over the far side circle. They'll drop it off for Austin Swankler. Looking to make a move towards the net. Lots of stick handling and then peels back off of Keegan Stevenson. Hands off to Golden. Backs to the point. Throws it towards the net. That one sails wide and high. Catches the glass and Stevenson. Out ahead. Swankler trying to get back as Chayka down right wing side, but they're offside on the play. Roach in a full lunge trying to keep his leg on that blue line, but unable to do so, and the whistle sounds. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Drysdale, Yetman, Golod return. Ralph, Yuba, Gordeev for the Storm. Face-off won by Ralph all the way back to his own end. Fetched by Gordeev. And they'll break out. Storm just toss it towards Erie ice. It'll come to Aiden Campbell. He'll swing it on through for Golod behind his net. He makes a little move around Yuba. And Erie, with Yuba breaking his stick on that play, can work this ahead. Here's Yetman with a Drysdale in front. They set up Golod. Wrist shot, kick save made, rebound. Rolling in front, in the slot. Golod after it. Trying to track it down. He's tied up. Trying to poke it in front now as he dives. Yetman can't corral it. And back the other way comes Guelph. With Hillis. Gordeev right side. Hillis to the front. Wrist shot. Save made. And the rebound to the near side wall. Still in Erie territory. Gordeev sets it up for Hillis. Knocked down on the play by Yetman. Gogolev brings it in. Backs off now. Changing the defender. Bianconi joins the play. Bianconi in left wing side. A few changes of personnel for Erie as well. 2 new forwards. D'Amato and Fowler. 2:45 to play in overtime. 3-on-3 we skate in the extra 5-minute overtime period. Even at 3. Fowler puts a body on no man. The puck carried out the center by Gogolev. And the Storm are going to reset. Gogolev, just a little dish back to Nico Dawes to set things up. And Dawes fakes the drop pass. Still holds on to this one. Pass ahead. Coughs it up. Fowler loose in front. Shoots and has it blocked. Gogolev got a stick on it last second, I believe. Plays it out for Beamish at the point. Force the center. And now Gogolev all over Beamish. Takes it away from Lookout. Gogolev going to make a move to the goal. Smash stop by Campbell. D'Amato in some trouble in his own end. Trying to get away from Cam Hillis. And with 2 minutes left, the Otters can streak ahead towards center ice. It's Daniel D'Amato. Leaves it right wing side for Hayden Fowler inside the zone. Plays it between the legs of Bianconi. Picks it up on the other side. Fowler along the left wing face-off dot Guelph territory. Little gas. He's going to back up. Sends it towards his goaltender Campbell. The Otters make changes. Stevenson backs up. And 1 minute and 37 seconds left. The Otters hand off as Swankler speeds out through center ice. 1-on-1 against Chayka. Swankler with a head in front. Shot. Stop. as Dawes sends it to the far wall. Duff trying to follow up on the rebound. He'll set it up with Matthew McDougall. McDougall to Swankler. A little breakaway speed, but just couldn't beat Nico Dawes. Here's McDougall. Then on for Swankler again, reaching Chayka. Deflects it away. Erie able to keep in. McDougall finds it once more. 65 seconds to play in overtime. McDougall on for Duff. Holds at the center point area. Wrist shot through traffic wide. Off the end boards, and the Otters can't stuff it home. McDougall's going to track it down. Gives to Duff again. Quick shot. Save. Oh, that one caught Stevenson in front. Never made it on goal. The Otters going to back up as McDougall, he was going for a change, and then wants to try to bring it back in. He's tied up right along the Erie bench. 41 seconds left. Who's going to come up with this one? And it's going to be Cam Hillis. The Otters are having a hard time finishing that change. They'll find Hillis. Man to the front of the net here. Ralph steers it to the net. Save Campbell. Backhander is blocked. Still loose. Drysdale knocks it away. Half a minute to go. They launch this one ahead. Just out of the reach of Yetman. No icing. 24 seconds remain. Erie as Yetman crunched by Gordeev and played ahead. Last gasp here for the Storm. Down the right wing side. It's Hillis. Drags to the middle. Shoots. Stick. Save Campbell. And he deflects it out of play. 11.5 left. Overtime coming to a close. Aiden Campbell comes up with a huge save with 11.5 left. The stick save on the 2-on-1 for the Storm. Got a lot of bodies double over here as this game winding down. Face-offs to the left of Aiden Campbell. Yetman will draw this one back. Drysdale going to try to hustle. We got 8 seconds to go. Drysdale, the speedster, ahead through center. Drysdale shoots. Blocker save. Rebound. Gogolev settles it down. Drops it away, and time expires as Hillis has it poke check. Well, that'll bring us to a close on the overtime frame. We'll step for one last break, and when we come back, the shootout for a second straight game. Even at 3, Otters and Storm. To the skills competition we go. We'll be back after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hey, Chuck Stevens for FanDuel. On October 27th, can you believe this? All 4 major sports, football, basketball, hockey, and baseball, will be in action on the same day. This rare sports phenomenon is called the Sports Equinox, and it's as magical and rare as a unicorn hitting an inside-the-park home run. And this year, FanDuel's making the Equinox even better. Play the FanDuel Sports Equinox free play on October 27th for your shot at least $270,000 in payouts. Here's how it works. All you have to do is pick the winners of each game of the 26 games on October 27th to play. Get 20 or more picks right, and you'll split a share of the payout. It's that simple. So head to sports-equinox.com to learn more and make your picks. Age and residency restrictions apply. No purchase or wager necessary. Void where prohibited. Payout paid in non-withdrawable site credit. Site credit expires after 7 days. Terms apply.
Do you have an older friend or relative whose behavior has changed dramatically? Do they seem confused, sad, or anxious? Are they not eating or avoiding friends? If you go to the ER at Mill Creek Community Hospital, you'll get a medical evaluation from a physician to determine what is causing the symptoms. Mill Creek Community Hospital also has separate behavioral health units for older adults, children and adolescents, and adults. To get help for better mental health, visit Mill Creek Community Hospital.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Back here at the Erie Insurance Arena. And to round out the school day game, we're heading to a shootout. I'm Aaron Cooney. Regulation and overtime, 65 minutes. Not enough to solve this one. And as they wrap up the dry scrape, we treated to a shootout. Both teams winless in shootouts. Erie, their first overtime shootout game just this past Saturday. They fell in the shootout 1-0 to the Mississauga Steelheads. That was Saturday night. Dropping that one 3-2, the final score. But here today, you're looking for a better fate. Guelph Storm 0-2 on shootouts this season, as Aiden Campbell will have his first shootout competition of his young OHL career. The net for the Erie Otters. Nico Dawes, who stopped 45 of 48 here for the Guelph Storm on this Wednesday afternoon matinee. Backstopping the Guelph Storm to a point. Erie picks one up as well. As the Otters, a win today, and nobody else plays today, would bump the Erie Otters into a tie for first place in the Midwest Division with the Owens Sound Attack, 15 points each. The Guelph Storm picking up their point, give them 10 on the season, but it's so tight here that'll slide ahead the London Knights for the time being, 10 points to 9. But who's going to get this extra one? That's what we're looking to decide here. Erie went 5-1 in shootouts last year, starting off 0-1 here this season. And to the shootout, we will go. Erie elected to shoot second on Saturday night. As we get set and ready to roll here at the Erie Insurance Arena. Erie looks like they'll shoot first here today. Daniel Singer, 2 for 8 on his career, went 2 for 4 with the Erie Otters last year. 25% shootout shooter. Singer will scoop this one up. He'll walk right down Main Street here to the hash mark, shoots, glove save, and holding. Nico Dawes as a pop out in. He'll take the first shooter, denying Daniel Singer. Campbell, the goaltender for Erie, his first OHL shootout action. Keegan Stevenson, the shooter for the Storm. He'll come down the left wing side here, try to tuck it in, and Campbell says no. Second shooter for Erie will be Chad Yetman. 1 for 4 in his career, 0 for 1 this season. Picks up the puck, and the right-hander from the right. Now to the middle of the ice. Little fake. Here goes the forehand. Tucks it home. Otters lead the shootout 1-0. Pavel Gogolev will go next, looking to even things at 1. Gogolev 0 for 1 this season. Comes wide left. Now comes back to the middle of the ice. Holds, shoots, he scores. Gogolev ties it 1 aside. Into the third round of the shootout, Maxim Golod up next. 4 for 10 on his career, 0 for 1 this season. Golod picks this one up on the backhand, and he's forced on back. We're going to restart. Didn't get the go-ahead. As Gogolev continues the train down to Nico Dawes. Now we're set. Get the whistle. Now Golod. He'll pick it up on the forehand this time. Moves in. Stops. Stick handles. Poke check. And sent away by Nico Dawes. Wasn't fooled by Maxim Golod. A little Patrick King. Come in slow. In tight. All the stick handle moves. Doesn't fool Nico Dawes, who shrugs it away with the stick. Now Bakanov. He'll bring this one on in. He can win it. Shoots. Campbell the save. And into a fourth round we go. Austin Swankler will take the draw for Erie. His first OHL shootout attempt. Swankler, the Pittsburgh kid, goes left. Comes to the middle of the ice here. Goes the backhand. Lost the handle. To the bench he will go. 0 for 1 on the shootout attempt. And a chance for Cam Hillis to win it. The captain, Montreal Canadiens. Third round pick. Here comes Hillis. Goes to the backhand. He scores. Hillis Little curl evades the poke check from Aiden Campbell, and the Guelph Storm pick up the extra point. They win the shootout, taking the hockey game 4-3. We'll step away for our last break, and the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show comes up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Right now, the Home Depot makes replacing your old carpet easy with more styles and colors to choose from. There's no better time to buy, with free installation on any carpet purchase of $499 or more, all by licensed local pros, backed for life. Today is the day for doing and saving with free carpet installation only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. For a limited time, $4.99 minimum purchase required, typically $6.99. For license information, visit homedepot.com/license numbers. Valid through November 6, 2019.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
Did you know that 1 in 4 families is affected by addiction? It's a serious disease, and it deserves more attention. Erie County and our country as a whole is in the worst opioid epidemic in history, and this widespread plague needs more awareness. Gaudenzi Erie is the largest nonprofit provider of drug and alcohol treatment services in Pennsylvania. At Gaudenzi Erie, our mission is to help individuals and families affected by drug and alcohol dependency, mental illness, and related conditions achieve a better quality of life and become productive members of society, regardless of their ability to pay. Through a continuum of care, Gaudenzi Erie helps our clients with their recovery, guided by a philosophy of mutual concern, personal responsibility, and community awareness. Together, please help us smash the stigma of addiction. There's no shame in reaching out for help, and we're in this fight together. For more information on Gaudenzi Erie's programs and services, please call 814-459-4775 or visit our Crossroads facility, which is located at 414 West 5th Street.
Do you know a young woman who has been diagnosed with breast cancer? Does she need someone to talk to or financial assistance? Link by Pink can help with emotional and financial support. The group focuses on helping young breast cancer patients. We hold monthly support meetings with various guest speakers, offer grants to help with medical and living expenses, and give gift baskets to newly diagnosed patients of any age. For more information, visit our website, linkedbypink.org, or find us on Facebook. Remember, there is support out there, and it's Linked by Pink.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Aaron Cooney. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity, as the Erie Otters fall tonight in a shootout. Second straight shootout loss for the Erie Otters, as the Guelph Storm in the shootout outscoring Erie 2-1. They take the hockey game 4-3, and the shootout winner provided by Cam Hillis. A 5-point night and a hat trick on Friday night for Hillis against the Erie Otters at the Sleeman Center. Today he picks up 2 assists and the game winner in the shootout in the 4th round. I'm Aaron Cooney as you wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Let's recap this one for you, as the Otters would open the scoring at 10-16. Another first goal for the Erie Otters, as Daniel D'Amato is 6th of the season. And the Otters lead 1-0. Guelph, though, answering back a power play goal at 11:55. That off the stick of Cedric Ralph. The shot from Hillis, the rebound right in front, stashed into the back of the net. 1-1 game. And at 17:22, Guelph, they're going to pick up their first lead of the hockey game. And it's Ty Collins. He's got goals in 2 straight games at the Erie Insurance Arena for the Guelph Storm, and he gives Guelph a 2-1 lead. Time winding down in the first period. Erie on a power play. And at 19:58, Chad Yetman, he's going to continue his goal-scoring streak into a 7th game, even at 2 through 20 minutes, as Yetman strikes at the second to last second. 2 seconds left. Even 2 aside. Head to the second, as the Erie Otters, they're going to jump back ahead. Jack Duff at 11:49. His Second goal of the campaign at 11:49 from Hoffman and Sador, 3-2 Erie. But just under 4 minutes later, Andrei Bakanov, a laser beam of a wrist shot from the left wing side. And the Guelph Storm even things 3 aside. That was a heck of a wrist shot. Set up by Cedric Ralph on a 3-on-2. Looked like Erie had it played pretty well. It looked like he had it all D'd up, but then, man, that was just a lethal flick of the wrist for Andrei Bakanov, the 38th overall choice in the CHL import draft. And he sends that one to the back of the net to tie us up at 3. Head to the third. Team's just holding on for a point at this point. It seemed like your schedule's already screwed up. You're not used to, 11 a.m. start. You can just tell it's a little wonky finishing the final 20 minutes. Erie Otters would outshoot Guelph 9-7. Erie overall in the game would outshoot the Storm 48-31. But Nico Dawes was outstanding here tonight. We head to an overtime frame where still couldn't decide a winner. Into the shootout we go. The first 2 shooters denied. We'll trade goals in the second round. Chad Yetman for the Otters. Pavel Gogolev for the Guelph Storm. And Aiden Campbell's first shootout of his young OHL career. Nobody scoring in the third round. Austin Swankler could not complete his move in the fourth round, and it led to Cam Hillis, the game on his stick. A nice stick handle move to stay away from the poke check of Aiden Campbell, then puts it on the backhand. And the Guelph Storm pick up the extra point here today, defeating the Erie Otters 4-3, a shootout final on the school day game in front of 2,903. 2,000 of those screaming fans. We want to thank everybody, the schools that came out here today, this afternoon game. I know there's a lot of fans that have fun with it, that do make it down to the game. The kids always have a great time. And we also want to thank our sponsors as well for helping us provide lunches for the students in attendance, Utz, Snacks, and also to Curtsy helping us out as well. And Smith's Provisions providing us hot dogs for these 2,000 students in attendance. Another successful school day game for the Erie Otters, but just couldn't come up with a victory on the score sheet. They fall here tonight 4-3 in a shootout. As for the Erie Otters, they'll pick up a point, 14 points. Not a whole lot of movement there, but you're sitting in 7th place in the conference. But the 14 points now brings you into a tie. There's no separation in the Western Conference right now. Tied for 4th with the Flint Firebirds and the Kitchener Rangers in those conference standings. Moves you out of a tie with the Sioux Greyhounds. But this is the only game on the slate for the Ontario Hockey League. Our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. We got nothing to look at. This was your only game. We're done in the afternoon. No hockey in the OHL tonight, as the Otters fall today 4-3 in a shootout. Let's take a look at tonight's Ironworkers local union number 3's Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Jack Duff, the Otters defenseman and captain, the game's 3rd star with a goal here tonight. Nico Dawes, deservedly so, as he's named the game's 2nd star. He stops 45 of 48 in 65 minutes of play, plus stops 3 of 4 in the shootout to help preserve the victory. And the number 1 star, Cam Hillis, 5-point night last week on Friday against the Erie Otters at the Sleeman Center. He got 2 primary assists tonight and the game winner in the shootout. Cam Hillis is your number 1 star coming from the Guelph Storm. But that's going to do it for things here as the Otters are back home. Heavy home schedule here, October, and as we move into the month of November next week. But Saturday night, October 26th, the Erie Otters are going to host the London Knights. Everybody's favorite matchup here at the Erie Insurance Arena. Also, hat trick or treat night for the first 500 kids in attendance. We'll be taking home a free Otters ball cap. There's also trick or treating here throughout the arena. And it's our first Hops and Hockey beer tasting event for the adults. If you're coming, you can check that out all on our website, ottershockey.com, for more information. For Dan Gonder back in studio. Dan, thanks for filling in. Fantastic stuff getting us through the game here today, this afternoon, and the 11 a.m. start. But the Otters fall today 4-3 in a shootout I'm Aaron Cooney saying